Hello. Hello. How are you guys doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I got this happy corgi with me who up until 2 seconds
Yeah,
ago had no interest in you.
yeah. No, it's zero. But
Zero.
but now we're
But
about to get.
now,
Now it's things are heating up. So
yeah.
he's. Hey,
It,
how's it going?
it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry. It is I'll put him down. But it is crazy how often he's just like, I know when the camera's on and I'm gonna misbehave like immediately.
And
Like
he's a star.
he is the star. He is
Yeah,
the star.
yeah. He's a star.
There you go, Cornelius. There you go. All right. Well, besides corgis, we've got a pretty cool tournament today. It's going to be a Demon Slayer legal event, which cards on the table. I didn't realize that the full release was this Friday. I thought it was last Friday
Yeah.
with the Star deck, but I was wrong. So, but proxies are legal. That was already from the start. I know a lot of people already got a bunch of cards from their pre-releases too. But and you can use any Union Arena set that's already been out. So
Yeah.
I think Demon Slayer took up probably about I don't even think like a quarter of the people that we have. I'll have all the information at the end of the day, but it's who's this guy? Sorry, someone submitted a deck list, and I don't think they're in the tournament. I don't think they're in the tournament. Let me see. No, sure ain't.
Yeah, there's been a lot of buzz, I think, for this set. I think a lot of people are excited to, one, obviously get a new set, which is really nice about Union Arena. Of course, we get a whole new set of cards from an
Yes.
anime, which
Yeah.
is really cool. And I think there's some excitement just because obviously of the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves, Tanjiro, I think. I'm really excited to see some of these new decks come into play. We get a few new mechanics too,
Yeah, yeah.
which is really cool. So I'm really excited to see if any can make it to the very end.
Well, let me search it by let's see. I have it by IP, and then yeah, from A to Z. Let's see. We have Demon Slayer, and we have 20 people on it, so about a fifth of the people are on it.
That's a good amount.
And is there any kind of flavor that you want? I know yellow's the most popular, I think, by
Yeah.
quite a bit. Red and purple are neat, but I think a little bit inconsistent, at least
Sure.
in this set. But I'd be down for really any of the Demon Slayer ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a red just because if there's one that's probably not gonna make it.
Yeah.
There's more
Yeah.
yellow, right?
Yeah, let's go. I know this player, and he plays quite a bit. So let me see where he's at. Slowly. There it is. He will be playing at that table versus.
Let's see. Purple.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do that. All right, cool. So we'll get that. It will be table 35. I'll mute myself. Neither player's there yet. That's good. Oh, okay. He just showed up. Cool. We'll get that set up too. So yeah, we have the red on. I think it will be the left.
Maybe.
Maybe. But our left player is Finest, and he will be playing on the red Code Geass. Not Code Geass. The red. Sorry, the red.
Demon
Red.
Slayer,
Code,
yeah,
Code
red.
Geass got the first red
Yeah.
one, so it's always linked in my head.
Yeah.
What flavor of red is he playing?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, because there's two.
Two different decks.
Let's
That's
see.
a very good question.
It
So-
looks like they're playing that version of it.
Yep.
I'll keep it secret, but you guys
Yeah,
will know
yeah.
like immediately. And then on the right we have Purple Code Geass, which should just be one.
Yeah, it's usually just the Lelouch one.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, but this is kind of like the same. Kind of, I guess a bit of the identity. A lot of the Demon Slayer stuff is really cool because it's like double teams, right? Where you have to have like two different characters to get like your full effects. So, which the purple kind of is with like CC and Lelouch
Right.
in that way too. So, well, looks like they're waiting to get there. So we'll wait until they get there.
Yeah, honestly, this is really interesting to see this first match, just because obviously Red Demon Slayer is not a very popular set. I think coming into this, it's definitely going to be the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think there's a lot of really great cards that Red offers in this Demon Slayer set. Has like a bit of everything, honestly, in the whole entire thing. So, yeah, we're going to be interested to see like a tier 1 deck going up against arguably like a tier 2 deck.
Yeah,
pretty
and
cool.
looks like they're getting set up, so let's just jump on over there. All right, yeah. So we got Finest on the left playing the red version of Demon Slayer. I don't know why. I can never remember that. I think part of the reason that messes me up is the fact that it's the acronym they use is different for because it's more reflecting on like the Japanese
Right,
of
right.
it, right? Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
I still actually don't know what the actual Japanese three letters are for, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's honestly I'm excited to see what Zenitsu does because this is the red set. I mean, based on the little character picture on the top left there.
yeah,
This is the Inosuke and Zenitsu package, which
yeah.
I'm a big fan of. This is the first deck that I made for the
Sorry.
Union Arena set. I've been playing a ton of Union Arena, especially with this deck. So I'm actually really interested to see how it does up against purple Lelouch.
Mm-hmm. And let me get the timer set up. And we also have a bit of we have a as saw a happy corgi, which was making no noise until we hit the live button, and then he's like, "Let me get my squeakiest toy."
And where
and
did I put that squeaky toy
yeah,
at?
yeah, he's very present. So I might give him some alone time for a little bit
Yeah,
with that.
maybe.
So I'll do that. I'll be right back. You
Okay.
can entertain the crowd for a second.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I'm honestly, so I guess my fear with this matchup, as the red Demon Slayer deck is, Purple Geass is very fast. It's very fast, and it doesn't have a ton of removal, but it does have a lot of obviously uh, attack reduction, which is really good. So a lot of BP reduction. So we're gonna see exactly how it does. Obviously, Inosuke being an addition to this red deck is quite nice, giving you like an extra swing
Yeah.
in case you can play like a obviously a big character. Then being able to restand one is quite nice. So we're gonna see exactly how that kind of goes into play. But we can't forget about the whole Mark II system that Purple Geass has. I think that's probably one of the best raids you could possibly have. Forcing a block plus impact is nasty work, especially being able to kind of remove the lower bodies with the Thanks of Gwaine and a couple of the low luge cards as well.
Definitely. And yeah, I think you probably mentioned, yeah, Code Geass is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And I think the biggest thing, one thing that's really appealing for me is that like 90% of the deck has triggers, right? So
Yeah,
every time they hit into you, you're almost guaranteed to get some kind of value, which is really strong. It's really kind of lax on like raid requirements for some of his cards too, because it could be like Lelouch RCC,
sure.
and because of that, there's just like a lot of consistency, a lot of card draw, and it's hard to be it's hard to get like a brick because of that. I feel like.
Yeah, the deck is honestly really extremely consistent. Every single target that you have can be rated over for the smaller characters that you have in the deck, so that's quite nice. And on the flip side, this Zenitsu deck isn't really the case. So looks like we did start things off here. We dropped a call in, and it looks like the red Demon Slayer deck is going second here. And we see the Tanjiro coming down, the Zero Cost just setting up for the next turn as well as.
Who Tanjiro? Who are you talking about? I think you mean there is a Sumiko
Sumiko,
and a Zenko that hits the board.
also known as Tanjiro.
Yeah, these
uh,
are the disguised boys. So
mhm,
they if you watch the Entertainment District arc, there's a reason for it. But
yeah,
I do like they do this little theming thing for the game where
yeah,
they will rename characters
yeah.
depending on that kind of situation.
It is important to note, though, that those are technically also called Tanjiro because it is
Yes.
stated, so that they can rate on those characters.
Yes, 100%.
So just that's pretty important
I was ribbing you. Yeah,
there.
I
Yeah.
was being rude, 100%. And looks like we ended up hitting into the Inoko, which is just an active trigger. So nothing really happened. You give your one of your Tandras plus 3,000, I suppose, but one damage already for our purple Code Geass player.
Yeah, it's also quite interesting too with Purple Kogias. I feel like oftentimes they may or may not have an explosive start, and if they don't, it's still okay. Late game to mid game, they can obviously put on a lot of pressure with a lot of their raid characters too. So um, honestly, not having a bad start here. We have one active on the front line and then a couple in the back. But having that double energy call in is quite nice. Or let's do one energy call in. So
Yeah, the one energy one. Yeah, I
yeah,
believe so. Let me double check on that one. Yeah, that's the one. That's
yeah,
the color trigger. Yeah. It gets an extra 1,000 if there's a Lelouch, which currently there's not.
yeah. It's quite nice dropping that Inosuke on the back on the energy line. When you do promote that one, you get to it gains 500 BP.
Mm-hmm.
So that's quite nice. A 3K body when promoted, and we're gonna drop the double energy Inosuke, which is also called Inoko.
Yep. That one's the easy one.
Yeah, yeah.
And we do end up having the raid Inosuke there, so I'll put that on the screen here. Of the raid targets, it's probably the lesser of the two, but you do get some kind of advantage on like doing it early here. So it does have impact right now
Hmm.
because we do have a Tandro on our board, which is nice. And then additionally, if Zenitsu's, which we also have, you get to choose a character in your field, switch it active, which that won't be as needed, but it could be really good for like some more attacks kind of thing.
Yeah, and if we did see actually that Impact Swing did actually see a Mark II at the very top of our life, so adding that to the hand, and that's really really bad here coming from the Red Demon Slayer player, only because if we're able to raid that character, um, we can actually be able to force the block and being able to remove that Inosuke will be really really strong here.
Yeah. And I will say it's really interesting too because like Purple Code Geass is like all about rating, and then Demon Slayer in general, like rating is kind of like an after effect. I feel for most of these where it's present but not as like themed or most about it. But the red Demon Slayer I think compared to the archetypes and colors are more so leaning towards that. So yeah, we end up do get enough energy generation. We do have that Gurren Mark II hit the board, and as mentioned, we will be able to, your opponent has to block this if possible, and has impact one since we do have a Lelouch on the board.
Which I don't think we do actually, which is quite
Oh, we don't.
unfortunate.
You're right. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do
yeah,
not.
quite unfortunate here. Just not having the energy to do so. We had to kind of get up to, of course. I mean, it does require a lot of energy still. We only had two characters in the energy line, so that's quite unfortunate there.
Yeah, and we do hit into the Zenitsu color trigger. However, not doing anything on this board right now, since it does just get rid of a 25 or less BP, and that is a bit heftier at 4K.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate too, because this is still the early game. At most situations, I feel like with the Code Geass deck, you usually have a couple of the smaller cost characters up in the front line
Mm-hmm.
swinging, but quite unfortunate here coming in from the Red Demon Slayer player.
Yeah, but I think we have like the potential to have a stronger board right now. It is unfortunate. We get Yeah, we just have impact as long as we have Tanjiro. So Inosuke does still have impact right now. It's just the one played. So 4K impact one, pretty standard for good stuff. And looks like we are going to raid into the Zenitsu now too,
Yeah.
which this is going to get a lot of power, I think.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this card. Having double attack or damage two, I'm sorry, damage two, is really really strong, especially for the fact that you're kind of forcing this Gurren to block here.
Yeah, you really are. So yeah, if Tanjiro's on our field, we get damage too, and then we also get to draw two cards and place one card to your side, which is a purple card effect, right? But
Mhm.
they gave it to red for this one. It does help your consistency here, but honestly, we have like the perfect energy line, right? We have one of each of our one of our boys, and then we can hit any raid triggers. We get to raid up. We get to activate all our abilities, and this is gonna be a lot of pressure. So yeah,
Yeah.
blocking with the Gurren, and then just another 4K with the Inosuke.
Yeah, this is extremely nice here. Getting rid of that Gurren is really strong. And then we do, of course, have a trigger, which is the restand, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. So another active trigger, nothing worth it. Unfortunately, if they didn't block the first one, right, or if the attack order was different, right,
Hmm.
they could have maybe actived and blocked an attack there, but
Yeah. That's
um,
always the hard part with this game. I feel like you always kind of sometimes it makes more sense to attack with the bigger bodies. Sometimes it makes more sense to attack with the smaller BP bodies. But
yeah,
overall, obviously, you get to choose your life as well that you attack into. So
yeah, yeah. In in theory, you can. In practice, it's like the top one every time, please.
yeah.
All right. Well, we finally have a Lelouch on the board, which is quite nice. We can finally get some of our abilities. But looks like we've only got one action point left. We do have another Gurren Mark II. So this will be able to use its effect now that we do have an actual Lelouch out there. So because of that, are we generating 5?
We are.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The call-in is a double. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yep.
So we have to block this.
Now, are
And
you gonna get rid of the damage 2, or are you going to get rid of the impact? Which one would you
I'd
rather
probably get
not
rid of
have?
the damage 2 at this point, right? They're
Yeah.
always going to block. I'd rather get the one guaranteed damage every turn.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and see exactly which one he won the block with. Of course, since we do have to.
Yeah, and still get the impact, which is,
Yep.
again, so strong.
Hmm. Yeah, honestly, I know Gwen is a fantastic raid card, but the Mark II is just that good too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just so much versatility with Purple Geass. Huge fan. So
Yeah, and right now the other call-in is currently a 3K, so you'd be able to block with the other 4-drop as well, but yeah, you do have to figure out who you block with.
mm.
Yep, and agreeing with us with the Inosuke.
Yeah, so prioritizing damage 2, keeping that on the board, and we do not hit a trigger off life, and this is a 3K swing, which we can block for, which we do end up doing so, and just passing the turn there. So not too bad. It looks like Zenitsu player has about 4 to 5 cards in hand. So hopefully we're able to raid once again. I know there's also the Rengoku character as well that we possibly could see here. I know that obviously is more of a tech choice, but let's see exactly what we can do here.
Yep, so 3 action points, 4 energy, and again, we've got each of one of our disguised boys here, so we can, again, raid into anything if we have it. Tanjiro doesn't have like a raid, I think, in this color, so it's just sitting in the back there. We'll see what we can do. No, like final trigger or special triggers hit. We've only seen one final trigger from our red Demon Slayer player, but it looks like we're spending 2 action points.
Rengoku? No.
Oh,
Zenitsu here.
there's Zenitsu here. I'll get that one pulled up.
Yeah, so this is actually a 5-2, I believe, or a 4-2. So having the 2 action point requirements is pretty big, and you're actually able to grab a character from your sideline that's not named Zenitsu and put it to your hand, which is quite good because you can actually raid into something else again. But we are going to see the Thunderclap special, and most likely going to get rid of this Mark II here.
Yeah. Now, should the Zenitsu be played rested?
It should.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we're just.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just making sure. Because there are some like active things in this deck, but yeah. Okay. Take the double, block the double damage.
Yeah, that's what I do love about double damage. You're just forcing your opponent every single turn to block, no matter what.
Yeah.
And we have Kogias here now, and kind of in a difficult position. I feel like we have to move at least one body up on the board, and if not, we're gonna have at least a minimum of 2 bodies on the front line. I highly doubt we have 3, but we're gonna go ahead and see exactly what happens here. And if we have to AP draw this turn, that'd be pretty rough. So it looks like we're actually spending 2 here for the special. We're going to get rid of the double damage one. And because we have Lelouch on the board, we're actually able to restand one of these AP cards.
Yeah. Because it's an action point too, but yeah, since we have Lelouch, as mentioned, we get that back. It's really interesting to see how they kind of like make different versions of the same card when it comes to special triggers.
Yeah.
Just based on like theming and stuff, and that kind of I like that because you do get some benefits with like playing a CC right here. Like I think you get like a double draw and some other things. All right, another call-in. This is another double energy that we're putting in the back, and maybe we have another Gurn Mark II. Oh,
Are we replacing this character?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, we are.
We are.
We would have to, unless it lets you KO it.
Might.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so activate main, resting, and adding this card to the sideline. Add 1 KMF card from your sideline to your hand. So adding the Mark II and then being able to raid on top of that. And this is the Mark II that you have to block once again. So since Lelouch is on the board, we're going to have to block there. And we see the impact 1, and that is no trigger.
Yeah. And looks like we're down to 3 life for our red player. And that's kind of where it gets a little bit tricky. We're both just having like 3 or 4 characters on the board at a time, right?
Yeah.
Some games, some decks, you just kind of like fill out the board and all the spots. But Purple Code Geass generally never does that, right? They just try to do like 7 impact ones to end the game.
Yeah. Normally, honestly, for Purple Geass, we usually see a bigger board here. Having three is quite strange, but I think that just shows you the power that the Red Zenitsu player has been doing, just being able to forcing your opponent to block some of these attacks as
Hmm.
well, and having the AP draw here is quite interesting. And
Yeah,
just yeah, I don't
and deciding, I guess, if they want to push anything up, we could play something active in the front line, rest in the front line, and then like use like the Inoko to raid into the Inosuke we have that we know in hand, because
know.
we'd be able to switch that to active.
Yeah, I think my only fear is that if we push active here, our energy line's gonna be a little on the weaker side. The only
Yeah,
good thing is that most of the characters in this deck are 4 cost, so it doesn't require too many. At least Gurren Mark II requires 5 energy, but
yeah.
we see the restand.
Oh, good. Okay, so that's probably why we did it. We knew that we could always get the action point back and looking for something. Is
This
that a
is
4 or is that a 3?
um, that's a good question. I believe it's a 4.
Yeah, let me double check here real quick. Hey guys, real quick,
Yep.
is that special trigger? Is it a 3 or is it a 4?
It's a 4.
Okay, you weren't generating 4 before.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. You can
Uh,
you just
we
play
can go
the
back,
Oh,
right?
yeah, just play it back. But yeah, you just making sure you have the energy
I have
for
to.
it.
Thank you. I
Yep, yep,
appreciate it.
yep, yep. Cool. All right. Yeah, it was a 4. They had they'll play that out, and then they can then use it there.
So we should.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. So yeah, one
I'm
action
at
point for the Inosuke, and
for
then
okay.
special
One
trigger.
for the thunderclap and flash.
Yeah, yeah. You're all good.
mhm.
Thank you so
Yep.
much.
All right.
All right, so we're able to get rid of that Mark II, and now do we have a raid? We do. Unfortunately, unable to restand anything off that second effect, but we do have just a big 4K body on the board that that does have impact, so that's quite nice.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we'd rather have damage 2 right now, right?
Sure.
Because they've got nothing on their board. Looks like it is
Add to
a
hand.
add to hand. Yeah, it is a 0 cost Lelouch. Or sorry, not Lelouch.
0.
0. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So this is a big swing going to the bottom, and we do have the Gwain, but we can actually raid if we wanted to.
Is it a 4 cost?
It is a
Yeah,
4
it is a
cost.
4 cost. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are generating enough. We could raid on top of the Lelouch, but we are deciding to not do that.
Yeah, so this could be a pretty big turn here coming from Kogias. Unfortunately, like I mentioned before, having 2 characters in the energy line is a little rough, but the good thing is that Gwain is only a 4 energy cost, so not too bad. And I mean, if we look at Zenitsu's hand here, we only have 2 cards in hand for that player, so that's actually quite rough. So it looks like most likely for every turn after this, we might have to AP draw to
Yeah.
kind of stay in the game. So
And right now, unless there's like a combo effect, we wouldn't be able to raid. Like if we raid with Gawain, we can just still block with our Anusuke. There's no impact associated with it, but I guess like losing a body is kind of rough. And yeah, both players at 3 life. But yeah, look at just how many more cards in hand Purple has right now.
yeah.
All right, we're playing another 0 cost version of Chala.
Yep, so we're generating 5 energy right now. Looks like we're going to tap another AP here.
Yeah, I mean, if we have like another Gurren Mark II, we do.
Yeah. Now, this is the KO a 3K body
Yes.
on the board. So we're able to actually get rid of the Tanjiro there.
Yeah, the
What?
Sumiko. My apologies.
Yeah. And we're not generating enough for the Gwain, but we are going to go ahead and just play out a call-in the back energy line. So this is just going to go ahead and be a 4K swing. And we can't block here. I mean, we can, but we probably shouldn't.
No.
Yeah. So taking this and another Sumiko.
That's the second one in life. That's
Yeah.
very unfortunate because the most of our other I think characters have a trigger, but yeah, this is the scary part too because at any point, like I think both players can just push everything up, right?
Yep.
And just kind of go for game. And red's like 1 away from doing so, and they need to kind of respect and defend this.
Yeah, this is we're in a difficult position here. I
Yeah.
think. Look, the thing is, we know that the Kogias player has Gwain.
Yeah.
So that's an instant swing essentially, because nothing lower than 2K can be blocked by that character. Everything the board gets minus 1K. So this is going to be quite interesting how we can get out of this position or what we can do exactly. And this is what I was talking about. Having a ton of bodies on the board, even if they're 0 cost, is so huge. But unfortunately, both of these players have been kind of playing one character a turn almost, it feels like.
Yeah. Looks like for one, we're going to play out a Zenitsu. This is
the search top 5 for a raid character.
yeah.
It could be top 5 or top 7, but I'm pretty sure it's top 5.
Let me see. It's a
Top
top 7. Yep. Yeah, with raid.
And I think this is the only character in the game that finds raid characters.
Yeah, that's a pretty unique ask for him. And you look so many, right? Like usually it's 5, but yeah, you do like place 1 into your sideline, right? So pretty general. But another copy of Inosuke, so we can get 2 of those up.
So we can actually do a pretty nice combo here. If we play out a raid character on the front line rested, we can then raid into Inosuke to restand the raid character if we wanted to.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So it really all depends what we have in our hand, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and just trash one because of that search.
Yeah, it looks like we lost the Nezuko there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we have it, like, no, I think at this point, no matter what, we put something in the front line. And just to be able to apply some pressure.
Yeah, have that extra swing. And hopefully we're not kicking ourselves for not doing an AP draw this turn as well.
No, I don't think so, because we'd run out of things to do. Unless we had, like, another final trigger in hand.
Yeah. Because another special here wouldn't be the worst either.
Mm-mm.
I guess like the most unfortunate thing is that if it's maybe a 0 cost card character,
Yeah.
you kind of just okay, I guess. But no, it doesn't.
No,
look like we have
okay.
anything. So yeah, we do get to restand these and it's in the back line. I mean, not that it matters.
Yeah, but yeah,
we can.
we can. Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is double impact here. Well, 2 characters with impact.
Yeah. But yeah, geez, I'm. What could be in hand? Because even like, as bad as it is, just putting Nezuko on the front line would have just been better, right?
I mean, it is also very possible maybe he has a Rengoku in his hand.
Even then, I don't know. I think you'd have to put the Nezuko in the front, right?
Yeah.
All right, we get it looks like a get Colin, another 4K impact. Because right now,
Oh, we're gonna block it.
oh,
Wow, that's huge.
why? Because it has impact.
It looks like Tanjiro's on the board anymore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We don't have Tanjiro. You're right.
Yeah, no Tanjiro. Okay, so 2 4K bodies on the board, and we have 2 life.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I would have just let it go and then pushed the back line up because there's 2 life and they got 2 blockers up.
this is really honestly to the wire.
Yeah.
We have Egwene, which we know we have. We're generating 4 energy right now. We can use that. We can grab the Mark II back from our trash if we really needed to, but the question is, do we even have the energy to do so?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's that one card in Finest hand? Like, what are we keeping in hand instead of being able to play an active Nezuko in the front line?
Sure.
And then like rest it, restand it with Inosuke.
Well, yeah.
And then be able to just have one more attacker, one more defender, because we could like kind of lose here still.
Yeah, definitely. We can kind of lose, but it would require kind of a lot for us to lose. I think, just because of the energy requirement.
Sure.
So,
all right, looks like we're moving a Colin up.
Okay, so generating 3 energy now. I don't think we can afford to move the Lelouch because we're gonna raid into it anyways this turn, most likely.
Yeah.
I do know that with the Code Geass deck, there is a lot of characters, or there's quite a few characters that cost 2 AP, so that could be an issue here. Maybe our hand is a little clunky there, but it looks like we are going to tap 2 AP. Do we have the special? And if we do, we were unable to play it. But okay, no, so we have the 2 AP Lelouch there.
Yeah. And this lets you, when played, choose one of your opponent's characters that loses 3,000 PP until the end of the turn. So Uh,
Hmm.
not super impactful here, but it does generate a double energy, so that could be needed to raid into what we need to.
Which will get rid of it because of the Gwain.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Okay, yeah,
So
there's the
this is
Gwain.
big actually. So we're able to get rid of the Inosuke's here.
Um, yeah, we get rid of one. That Colin, I believe, is currently a 3K since
Yep.
there's a Lelouch on the board. And then this can't be blocked by a 2K, so which the Inosuke is currently a 3K.
I think we actually take this. We take this. We hope for an active, if not, or a special.
Yeah,
And we just let it go.
yeah, I agree.
And we looks like we are taking it. Do we have a trigger? We have Inosuke,
Yes.
which unfortunately we do not have one that I can read into, nor do we have the energy for that.
Yeah.
So 2 cards in hand now, and we actually have to block this, which will go down.
Yeah, but at this point we just kind of run out of steam. I mean,
Mm.
I think there's like this point too where people kind of recognize like even if I live this turn, I don't win on the next turn.
Sure.
So let's just see if this is a final trigger. If this is a final trigger, we're able to have a chance. But without it, we're in a bad form. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna block and buy ourselves one more turn. But having to deal 2 damage in a state like this is gonna be pretty tough.
With only 3 cards in hand, and only generating 2, yeah, this is quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think at this point we just take the last one. Hope for a final, or for a
Yeah,
for a
final trigger. Yeah, and it's tougher because we've already used 2, I believe, for a red
Mm.
JJK or not JJK, red Demon Slayer. And we're gonna draw another card.
Okay. Play Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse.
Yeah,
energy.
double. Yeah, yeah.
Double energy since it is purple on the field. We're able to play that out. We'll be generating 4.
Yeah.
Then we play a final. Restand 2 AP. All right, that's all
You're
I got.
saying words.
That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. Trying to figure out the ad here.
Yeah, I think I don't know. These end positions are really tough. I mean, and for what it's worth, it's pretty close, right?
It is very
I don't
close.
think any player has kind of gone away with the game. It's just a lot more of trying to chip away.
Yeah. Honestly, if anything, it kind of gives me a little hope for Red Demon Slayer. You know,
Don't give me hope.
having-
I don't need that.
Cutting it so close here against arguably one of the best decks in the meta right now
Mm-hmm.
is pretty big. So hopefully there's a combo that we're possibly not seeing.
And we've got about 3 minutes left in round. I don't think it's gonna really matter, but let's see. We have just over 100 people in our tournament today, so likely 7 rounds.
All right, just
This is always the tough part, right? Because you,
it is, yeah.
when you have like 2 or 3 cards, right? Like, there's just so little. The Venn diagram, not the Venn, the flow chart is like 2 lines, right? And you have to figure out which one makes sense. And it looks like we're gonna play another Zenitsu here. Potentially look for a raid card, but I guess if we have
we need to have the final in hand right now to resend to.
yeah, which means it's not in life. I guess it could be in life.
Do we have a target? No, we do
No
not.
target either. Yeah, we've gone through like 5 raid cards, so that's not too surprising.
Tapping 1 here.
Yeah, the Tanjiro,
Yeah.
which
Which should give plus 1k on your opponent's turn, so it's at 35, I believe.
yeah, but you just push your energy line up,
Yeah.
right? You just go for game.
Hmm.
Unfortunate.
Right, and even if you were to have 2 finals back to back, I still don't think it'd be enough. So
No. Yeah, and that's why I think like situations like that, like you got like your situation got worse by
Yeah.
that. It's unlikely. It's a low chance, but taking the final trigger generally the way to go. Or just banking on it because you're not winning many other ways. Because if you hit the final trigger here, like you still lose, right?
right, pushing the whole line up.
Yep.
Playing the 0, just in case.
Yeah, and I respect Victor to do this too.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything you get punished for, but I've seen some people just not do the optimal turn when they think they're gonna win, and it's just they get punished.
Yep. Swinging here, we're gonna go ahead and block it at this point.
Yeah.
Big 3K into life.
And yeah, it is a no skate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, pretty close game.
Yeah.
I think Red definitely could have won that one, but I always say like the consistency off life that you get in purple and on your effects right is just so much stronger.
Yeah, honestly, Code Geass in particular for the purple it's quite interesting playing any other deck and not having as many.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you play purple Geass for so long, and then you play, for example, this red Demon Slayer deck, and you're like, wait, why isn't every card in my life a trigger?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
I haven't played a lot of the purple Code Geass, but it has already been like, especially coming from like One Piece or like Fusion World, where every card in your life is immediate value, right?
Yeah.
This game, where it's a gamble, like it's not in purple, so it feels like I'm playing a different Bandai card game at times. But that's going to be the end of round 1. I think that was a lot of fun. We'll try to find if there's an undefeated yellow or purple Demon Slayer, just because it's the new deck on the block. I know you guys want more content from that, but we should have 7 rounds today. We have over 100 players at 106, and I'm really happy. This is a lot of fun, and it's cool to see. I know it's on a Tuesday night. I know that's really inconvenient for some people, but I appreciate you guys showing up, and yeah, these are always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think Union Arena right now is in a really good space. I think after Card Fest 2, seeing a lot of success there for the rare battles. I think that's honestly Union Arena is looking really promising right now.
Yeah,
and I think it's a really good time to be a player.
Yeah, definitely. We had our first big event earlier this month. I think we have some in-person events in at least in California end of March, right?
Yep.
Those are the rare battles, I think, right?
Yeah, the ultra rare battles. What it is, it's like a 64 person. Rare battles, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool. It's this game's tricky to keep up with and make a deck builder with when they keep rearranging which cards are going to be in sets.
Yeah.
But that aside, it's really fun. Like you say, you know what? Here's a deck. I want to learn it. It's cool to learn what it does, and then be able to sequence it out is a good time too. So
yeah, there was a couple of cards from set 2 for yellow.
Yes,
that came out in set 1, I believe.
Some
of the Tanjiro cards. Is that what
so
it is?
they're set 2 promos that Japan got that they got in like a folder distribution.
Okay.
And we're not getting it like that. They decided just to stick them in the set.
Okay.
Also, Code Geass didn't have a starter deck. They just put the cards in the set.
Yeah, which is the only set to not have a
starter. Which I don't know the logistics across that, but that was a surprise too. Yeah, it was the binder set. Honestly, though, here. I think I have it.
Do you really?
Yeah, here.
Oh, wow.
Let me see.
First look on the Eggman channel.
From Japan last year.
Oh, that's the one that I did not buy. Oh, that is really cool.
I have to.
Well, how does the front look? I'm really curious how the front
you guys
looks.
Have to take my word for it. It's still sealed.
Oh, wow, that is really cool.
I was looking through. Actually.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was at the Card Fest last year in Japan, and hopefully this year we'll see if that's true. But I ended up getting this. This is before Union Arena was even a thing in this in the United States. But I truly you cannot tell by the way I pronounce some of the names, but I do watch Demon Slayer and I do appreciate it. So, but you'll see they have way prettier versions. We get these promos.
Yeah, we do.
We get those.
Yeah.
I actually did pull.
Those are the A's.
While I'm
In the
it's
set.
story time, share time. I did get the it's too far away, but I did get the Rengoku, one of those.
So you could see here, that's the Tanjiro that's in the set, and as well as the
Nezuko, which this does buff this deck to I think being playable right now.
Yeah.
Because without these in set 1, it was pretty bad. So I think honestly it might have been even a thing where they're like, we need these 2 in the main set, and it'd be weird just to have these 2, so let's just put the entire collection in there.
Yeah.
Which I think it makes sense too. So
fun fact.
Yes.
This AP card is in the main set.
Yes.
And it's really, really nice.
It is.
I've seen the holo version, and it is it's quite beautiful. So.
All right. Well, I think let me let me make sure we're getting into round 2 safely as well. So, pairings are live. Cool. No break for us. That's great. We don't need it. Let me quickly look at that's yours now. That's your comp. Since you're so upset you didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if how many purple Demon Slayer players do we have? 1,
2,
3, 4, 5. Well, they really bunched up at the end there.
Yeah. Like 6 players.
Let me see if any of them won.
That's a good question.
That is a very good question.
Step 1. That's step 1 out of all this. Did you make it past round 1?
Yeah, did you make it past round 1?
Yeah. And honestly, I think the deck is quite good. It gets way better in the support that we get, but for now it's a bit of a struggle. But,
all right, one player dropped, I think, so
Okay.
not to a good start.
Man down.
Or I just don't know. Oh, you know what?
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, looks like they.
0 for 2.
Okay. 0-2.
Still believing.
I am a believer.
Okay.
Okay. 0-3.
All right. 3.
0-3.
And
Number 4.
This player for sure.
Come on.
Ooh,
nice.
Okay, I got 1, and just while I'm on here, let's see. We have 2.
Okay, 2's not bad.
2's not bad.
2's not bad.
But let's.
You only need 1 to make it.
We only needed 1. Yeah. Let's see what table they're at. Nope, that's placings, not pairings. My bad. Cool. We'll go to table 19, where they're both set up. You know what? I think I know which player's name Gunner based on their names. Sounds good. Maybe actually. Maybe. That'd be weird if it's the opposite.
I don't think so. Right.
Surely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The sleeves just caught me off guard since but maybe. All right. We have. Let me update on this side. And let me see who their opponent is playing. They're playing. Ooh, is it yellow? It is. Cool. Nice. Yeah. So we'll have purple Demon Slayer versus yellow
Demon Slayer. Don't know which one it is because there's technically 2.
There's
versions.
definitely it could be Hashira. I'd be very surprised if it was Hashira, but
Not a believer, I see.
not a believer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm here to believe with you guys, alright? Don't worry.
All right. We are going into round number 2, and we have on the left side is, I believe. Oh, which one is it though? Because there are 2.
That's true, actually. Let's see.
It is the Muzan one. Okay.
Love to see it.
Muzan, and then on the right side, just I guess while we're here, who's their opponent? That's this one. Their opponent is playing. If it's the Hashira one, I'd be very surprised. There's Hashira in it.
No. The answer is
no.
No,
It's
the
the Tanjiro version.
Yeah.
All right. Boop. And time starts. Cool. And we'll hit the start button. Awesome. Yep. They have started already. Let me rotate this one around. There we go.
Yep. So this purple Demon Slayer deck, which is the Muzan deck, does consist of essentially milling yourself as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you get a huge payoff. I think of it kind of like a Lancelot deck or a Kurapika deck where it just takes a long time, or it takes, it's a bit of a struggle to kind of get it going. But once you get it going, it can be pretty threatening. So.
Yeah. He's got 2 really good keywords that generally should not be paired together for game balances. He's got impact 2 and damage 2. But as mentioned, you do have to have 20 to be able to move up to the front line. But you're also just a double energy 5k that's sitting in the back line for most of it, which is fine.
It is important to know, too, that you can't play it in the front line. So a lot of people might be like, oh, I'm just going to play it on the front. No, you can't do that.
No, you can't do that. No.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
It specifically says you can. So
And we've started pretty quickly with Gyotaro raid. We do have like some of the Daki stuff, but not as much of just there. But also like most of like the lower cards. I like the theming of it, right? You just saw like spoilers. If you're not up to snuff for Muzan, he has no use for you. So the fact that you get all these sideline effects and stuff is really cool.
Yeah, I do love how everyone's just kind of very disposable, as the the lower characters. So
yeah,
quite cool.
All right. Well, it looks like we've got a bit of a slow start for our yellow player here. We are moving up our 2K Hashira there.
Yeah.
Obanai, I believe.
I believe so. Uguro.
Oh, I have the pretend the preview cards are on the other side. All right, I got it mixed up. My bad. My bad.
But it looks like we are sitting at 3 AP now, and it looks like we were debating trying to put out the Tanjiro on the front line. And yep, bring out the zero-cost Tanjiro in the back.
Yeah, and the Gyutaro that's there right now, currently it is rated. It just draws a card when attacking. It's not too intimidating, but being able to get cards out of your deck, right, is kind of nice.
Yeah, it literally serves what the deck's trying to do, so I do like it.
Yeah, you do have to convert them into your sideline as well, but that is not too terrible with it. All right.
Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna go ahead and use our final there to resend 2 AP. Tapping 1. Do we have possibly a raid? No, we have the special. Actually, gonna get rid of that card. So that's 2 cards in the trash there in the sideline.
Oh, and we do have the addition of the Nezuko. So this Nezuko can be pretty nasty, especially since we already do have the Tanjiro on board. So you do get a little bit of a combo with it. Let me just get the card up there. All right. So when attacking, when it gets plus 5k, so there's a 35 during your turn. You can choose one Tanjiro on your front line and one character in your energy line and swap them. So you can rearrange your Tanjiro on your front line that's rested, and you can move up the zero cost there, so you can get another attack this turn. But it looks like they just decided to swap them out, right?
Yeah, we're just swapping Tanjiro for Tanjiro, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then Sugang here with the 2k, which does connect. No trigger there.
Yeah, but I am surprised we didn't opt for just like that one more attack. Because we could have gone the zero cost, right? The canal, even though it's a double energy and that's we're generating 4 again. I think dealing damage to Muzan before it gets set up is the way to go.
Yeah, I guess the only fear is that as the yellow player, we only have 2 cards in hand. So
sure.
If we promote the 2 energy, maybe we just don't have enough. Maybe we just need that, right? Like maybe we have one more 0 in our hand, and so that can help us get to 4 easily. Because the whole entire thing is usually the Tanjiro is the 4 cost character. So being able to replay those Nezukos would be really strong.
Sure.
So. Tapping 1 for the moves on there.
Yeah. And that's not the big boss monster one, right? That's
it's a double energy one.
Yeah, that is the geisha form. Yeah.
A lot of new cards, so I do imagine that when you're playing in a tournament like this, a little bit of explaining to do sometimes when you're.
I will say some of the Muzan cards, they're characters who have like 2 seconds of screen time. Like most of the lowers, right? Like
sure.
They're just like
lower 4.
Yeah, exactly. I would not be able to pick him out on a cop lineup.
And they also have the same facial expression as well.
Yeah.
Like the surprise, like.
Yeah.
Am I about to get sidelined right now?
Yeah. We have another Gyutaro in the front, which I believe just draws 1.
Yeah, that's the double energy as well.
Yeah, as long as we have Daki on our field, which we do. And then, we just draw 1 and put 1 into our sideline, which we care about. And generally, I think we have like 6 cards in our sideline right now.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
And so this should be the special here. I believe it is a special.
Yeah, it is the lower your heads and crouch down. It's a lot of card text on some of these. I think it's fun.
Yeah. So I think this is you choose up to 1 character on your opponents and you frontline it and then you draw a card.
Yeah, and you're a field too, so
Yeah.
we can get like a sideline effect.
Which is quite nice. I mean, it's quite unfortunate that you have to lose the character out of that situation, but you are filling your trash more.
Yeah, and half of your lowers do give you like an extra like card draw, or they give you like a. Sometimes you get the ones that like give you the extra action point, I believe, when sidelined. So
Mm-hmm.
it's generally fine, um, and just being able to fill up your sideline a little bit better is good. But and also getting rid of the Nezuko too.
Yeah, yeah. Getting rid of the Nezuko is really strong. Unfortunately, that character is only a 3,500 on your opponent's turn,
Mm-hmm.
which is honestly quite relevant.
Yeah.
Having that 4K threshold is really important. So we did AP draw there. So currently only generating 3 energy, and it looks like we are tapping 1 action point. Possibly playing a little bit more energy, and yes, we do. We have the Nezuko on the back line, which is the 0 cost. And we have 1 AP left. Do we have a raid character? I believe we only have 2, 3 cards in hand now.
Yeah, if we have another Nezuko here, it'd be pretty good because we'd be able to do the thing again. No. And we have the Tengen. Okay.
Tengen, yeah. This is a double energy one character as well. So I believe it's 3K double energy, and looks like we are going to go ahead and swing with the Iguro, which does get blocked, but we do have the Tanjiro swinging in here. Does connect, and do we have a trigger? It looks like we do. It's a color.
Yeah, so we get to play a 2 cost to our front line, which we have so many. Like the color triggers in this deck and this archetypes are really nice because
Yeah.
they just help you cycle more and get more defense. But looks like we're deciding which one we want there.
Yeah, I'm assuming we have quite a few options. And the fact that Tengen does have step is, I think, quite relevant here. If we're able to move a Nezuko in the front or possibly a Tanjiro. But
Yep.
grabbing the Daki.
Yeah, Daki here. One sideline you get to reveal it to Gyutaro, and then get the cycle there. So you do get some benefit
Search.
from there. Like you
Yeah.
get like a double fill into your sideline because you also discard a card
Yeah.
afterwards.
And having that essentially it's pretty consistent search there.
Yeah.
Since I mean most likely you will block majority of attacks, trying to make sure that you kind of survive until the late game.
Mm-hmm.
So we are sitting at 3 action points. Haven't done anything yet, but we do have 2 bodies on the board, which is quite nice on the front line. And it looks like we're debating to move. Yes.
Yep. And we are moving the Enmu up. This does also have a raid for this deck. Nothing super crazy if we play it, but also it's just like a 25. We obviously need to start defending our life a little bit more aggressively since they do have, we're down to about half life at 4.
Yeah. And the strongest character on the Yellow Demon Slayer side is only a 3K body.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is rather on the weaker side. So hopefully we can maybe raid into something or get some removal.
Mm-hmm. We're playing Enmu again, and when played, if character's been sidelined this turn, which it hasn't, we get to draw a card. So unfortunate, but we do have our first of the big boy Muzan in the energy line now. So I think we had about 10 cards in.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, so we're about halfway there.
Yeah, and honestly, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna tap our last AB card to play the removal. So this is a special, and because Guitar was on the board, we're going to get rid of a 5K or less, and we're gonna get rid of the Tengen.
Yeah, we're playing there. It looks like 2 different. I can confirm they're not playing more than 4 special triggers, but in case anyone's wondering, but at least a 1-1 split between the 2 of them.
Yeah. So second swing here from the Daki, it does connect. We have a Gyu, which just goes to the trash. Doesn't even add to hand. Quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go ahead and just pass.
Yeah. So already chipped away a good amount of life from our Yellow Demon Slayer side, so we do have to respect the amount of power. I mean, like once we're down to 2 life, like we can lose at any time, right? That impact 2 is obnoxiously good. All right, we are taking the action point draw at the beginning of turn. And so another thing that's interesting is that Yellow Demon Slayer, I don't think they have really any impact, right?
Tanjiro has impact.
You're right. They have very few. Well, yeah. Both do. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
The booster set one
Yes. Yeah.
has it just all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then the starter deck only has it when played.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my apologies. But the thing I was trying to say is that like this deck, if set up, you are able to get like 5, 6 attacks in a turn, which there's no way for any deck to really answer that, right? Unless you
Right.
hit like an active trigger or a special trigger, you just have to respect the amount of attacks they get to do every turn. Um, and that could be a little terrifying. But looks like we do have a draw one off the open eye. Then yeah, just draw one and put one card into our trash, so a little bit more cycle, and it's a 3K, so not too bad.
Honestly, that's quite strong.
Yeah.
3K body in the front line is quite nice, and then playing out a Nezuko in the front as well.
Yeah. And this is just the rare one from set one. If on front line, you can choose up to one character with 15 or more BP, and it loses 1,000 till the end of the turn. And then we also have the one drop in the back, so if on energy line, you can choose one character and swap if you want to. But we do have the 3-drop Nezuko once again, so we can get a lot of attacks in this turn.
Yeah, so we're actually gonna most likely promote the Nezuko, swap out the Uguro.
Yeah. Also, we have the Tanjiro effect in the back, so we can give something plus 1,000, so we can give it to anything right now. But we have, 5 attacks this turn, I believe?
Yes. Yeah, we should have 5 attacks actually, yeah. Quite nice. And this is, it looks like we did bump up this Tanjiro here. So swinging with the 0 cost. Does actually connect. We see the Muzan. And once again, the colored trigger. Wow, 2 color triggers.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
Very strong, yeah. So essentially, this is a free block plus being able to thin out the deck just a little further, I imagine. So.
Yeah, and also real quick, all the bodies on Gunner's side are 2K or less, so we made our Tanjiro a 25K, so they had to respect it. And then we're going to move this back, and we're going to put this double energy Tanjiro up, who is currently a 3K as well. They're going to get the draw from sidelining and discard one. So they're pretty close to 20 cards in trash, if I'm seeing that right. We're attacking with Tanjiro here. Sometimes you want to actually like block to be able to put cards in trash too, which if you block with Daki, I believe it will give you potentially 2 more cards in trash after using its effect.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to just let this one go through. Do we have a trigger? That's
Oh.
a final, I believe. Oh, no, it's a special.
It's a special trigger. That's no. It's the other one. I think it just let me double check.
This is just a cycle?
It's just purge. Yeah, you just get to draw a card.
Okay.
Yeah, silent character. If you do, choose a 20 of your AP cards which are active and draw 2 cards.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then we do block with the Daki. Look top 7 for Gyutaro. If we get one, we add it to hand. Then we discard 1.
Yeah. Looks like we probably didn't get it.
Yeah.
Reorganizing our top 7 there.
And I think there are some weird times when we'd want to. Yeah, we can't even discard a card if we wanted to, which we would because we're pretty dang close to 20. So likely going to count out their sideline right now. See where they're at. 5, 6.
I'm really hoping we have 20. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I'm just curious to see it happen. You know.
I think at a high, I think we're around 15.
That's a little short.
It's a little short, yeah.
It's a little short with only 2 life. That's the tough part.
Yeah, and if we don't get rid of this Nezuko 3-drop here, they are presenting at least 5 attacks next turn, which is very scary.
And this is the kind of the power of that we were talking about earlier, right? Just having multiple attacks, more than 4 in one turn. I know there's a ton of people because currently we do have the release events going on right now. A lot of people have been telling me that they've been losing a couple matches by 6 attacks a turn. And I'm like, okay, well that's
including you. That
was my story.
I got a Discord ping the other day. I'm like, oh, what's going on? He's like, yo,
double attack is kind of good.
Yeah, being able to attack more than 4 times in a turn is pretty good.
Yeah. So raising that moves on there.
Not the 5-drop, but yeah, the one that we are able to. Getting a Gyutaro in the back.
Yeah, so what we're able to do here is if we wanted to, we can tap 1 AP to draw 1 extra card. That's essentially what you can do.
Yeah.
So if you really wanted to, you can have 2 draws a turn. That costs an AP each draw.
But we might just decide to. Well, it's activate main, which is actually nice too.
Mhm.
But yeah, we might just decide that we'd rather. Oh, are we? Oh, we're using. We're not tapping it. We are tapping it.
We're doing something.
We're doing something.
We're doing something.
I think we're using the activate main of the
D3 Cosmos, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which lets you trash one top deck, and then this gains 1,000, so it's a 4,000. And then we do have the raid for the Gyutaro there, so which will additionally let us draw one on attack. Yes. So you have two 4Ks, a 3K, and a 25 there. Oh, and what looks like a frozen camera, unfortunately. All right. We might have to jump out. Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on.
We're back.
All right, we're back.
Also, let me make sure this guy is not. Yeah, this guy should not be in the channel.
All right, so it looks like we did swing there. We didn't have just taken that one, and then now this Gyutaro attacking there.
Yep, and we get to block that one, and then we can block that one too.
Yeah.
So, and we did hit the color trigger, so that will stun something. That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah. Honestly, the yellow color triggers are very situational, but
Mhm.
when it does work, it really works.
Yeah, I agree. I personally, I've been on record saying I don't think it's a 4 of, mostly because like they don't do a lot in hand. But in this situation where they have 3 blockers and you have 5 attacks, that could just be enough to win the game, right? Oh, we have a special trigger as well. That's going to be pretty rough.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough now.
Yeah, with 2 life, we have 4 swings, plus another one
From
off of the
Nezuko,
Nezuko.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so we need to hit possibly a special off the first trigger to get rid of the Nezuko. That's essentially kind of what we're hoping for. So this is a swing here. I believe it's a 3K swing going into life there.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely have to take this one. And no.
Oh, yeah, nothing there. No, I don't think we've seen any final triggers from our purple player. So we could get lucky here.
Okay, so we see the block of Nezuko effect there. We're going to swap out the Tanjiro.
Yep, for a 3K here. And we still have 3 more attacks.
Yep.
Yeah, and we gain a plus 1,000 on the Nezuko because we swapped on the energy line with the 3-drop.
I think right now we're just kind of thinking, what are the chances?
Yeah, of double final trigger.
What
yeah,
are the
yeah.
chances?
Yeah, and I think they're just explaining.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of effects going on at the same time.
It is.
So
It is.
you want to make sure that you're doing it correctly. And no, another
in Moo there.
Moo, yeah.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. I think we were just at 20, so like they did a good job going down to 3 life because Moo's on the turn back would not do anything. Another color trigger, rough, and yeah, that color trigger hitting in life though I think was enough to seal the deal. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Funny enough, that Tanjiro player only saw one Tanjiro raid
Yeah.
character that whole game. So
Yeah.
just showing the power of Nezuko.
Yeah, I think Nezuko's definitely the better part of the engine on it for this deck.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 9 minutes left in round. We can go back to us real quickly. Let me see if there's a table that is better. Also, let me double check my judge chat. All right, cool. That one's done. That's a funny board.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see how many people are still playing Bleach, as well as Hunter x Hunter decks as well. So, quite interesting. And I mean, that's kind of the nice part with Union Arena is that if you have a favorite anime that you really want to play Code Geass 10 sets later, you totally can.
Yeah,
Like,
I
just
agree.
can.
Yeah, there's yeah, you I mean, they from what I've seen, they've done a pretty good job at making everything about the same power level, right? Are nothing like power creep is not as existent in this game. Oh, this is an interesting spot. We'll go here.
Okay.
Um I'll change the names as we get there, so these are going to be wrong.
Don't mind the names.
Yeah, don't mind that. Actually, the yellow player is correct, so we're in there.
Yeah. Just gotta.
Yeah. One of them I gotta. I'll just get the names off.
So this
and
is
then-
another sibling deck. This is another yellow Demon Slayer deck versus the blue Hunter x Hunter specialized slot.
Yeah.
Deck. So.
Actually, I think it's the bomber deck.
Oh, you're right.
The bomber variant.
Yep.
Yeah. Which was not me trying to be like actually, but just but actually.
but actually.
But yeah, three life, 4 life each. And we will see how this goes. We have the tricky dice set up already. And it looks like we have like both decks have kind of had a little bit of a slow start so far.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the Tanjiro deck is ahead, pulling ahead just a little bit at least.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much in the energy line there for the Hunter x Hunter deck, but slowly getting there.
I'm just pulling up these decks now. Fun fact, Curly on the left is the last player to enter this tournament, which in my experience generally means that they go the entire distance.
They go the distance, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a little bit of the advantage from that side.
Yeah.
And then yellow Tanjiro deck, which is not too surprising.
Yeah, which is really nice about these new sets is that there's no definite deck to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after this tournament, we're going to see exactly what did the best and what was the more consistent of winning. But as of right now, you're going to see a lot of different tech choices that people are running in the Demon Slayer slot.
Yep. And we do get to... Do we bounce back to hand?
That was what it looks like, so yeah.
Yeah, we went back to hand.
Yeah, I think that was the... and we just put the Biscuits training, which is the restand.
Yeah. Yeah, we used the Genthro 2 action point card, which I need to dig up from the archives of this. Yeah, it's our color trigger, and then draw a card, place 1 card from top of your hand to the deck. If you do, choose to 1 character gets with 3,000 or less BP and return to hand. So now our risky dice a little bit more, and then crazy, we found a card off that. That's absurd. And then risky dice as well. And then we go into our 4-drop raid, which I believe gets rid of Nezuko. No, it's 5k short, I believe.
Yeah. 3,000 BP.
Yeah. Which, you know what? For the balance of the deck, it stinks. But for the lore of the character, probably fits. Probably fits. Not gonna lie.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, honestly, having that Nezuko stick is really strong.
Mm-hmm. It is arguably the better card of the two.
Yeah.
But we do have a pretty wide board to no board. I mean, we're going to be pressing like 4 damage here.
True.
3 damage here, so that's strong.
We're able to block one of them, which is quite nice, but the other two definitely are going to be able to connect there.
Yeah. All right. And start with the 4K.
And take that one.
There's a Nezuko, which we can raid on the one in the back if we so desire. Or we can just add it to hand.
Yeah, it really all depends.
I think we could probably raid on it, right? Yeah.
I mean, gives us an extra blocker, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
But we were going to take this, actually.
Yeah, because the other one... Oh, boy.
That's pretty good. We
That's
already
pretty
have
good.
The other character's already raided, so we can't raid on top of that. But just having that access, impact is really strong.
Yeah. Why are we putting that there?
I think we're just explaining it.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I was making sure.
Yeah.
We are, as chat pointed out, we are playing the stage, the Butterfly Mansion, which I don't see this card as often in the deck.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen that many people talk about this card at all. So, to activate main, switch to resting, silent this card. Add up to 2 yellow character cards with 3 or less required energy from your siding to your hand.
Yeah, which hopefully enough, the Nezuko is a 3 cost, and
Sure.
as mentioned, is probably the best card for the deck to actually like. It's the actual engine for attacking more than one. So having a way to recycle those is good. So I don't think it's a terrible decision.
Yeah, I think what would be really nice here if we were able to do that. We have a Tundra in our hand, so the raid character. So if we're able to kind of find a Tundra in our trash, in our sideline, replay it out, raid into it, we have the Nezuko's out in the front. So we can do a lot this turn. The question is, can we win this turn?
That is the question. The ever present. Can I actually win?
Asking all the hard questions, you know.
Because we do kind of need to, since we don't. I think the biggest thing about Butterfly Mansion being a stage is rough because you generally just need bodies that are active in the backline to be able to get more attacks in. Because right now, I mean, we could push the Tanjiro up, but we wouldn't have anything to actually cycle with it, right?
Right.
So if we had like one more active card, or like even 2 more active cards, we could do some fancy stuff. But without it, it's kind of rough.
I mean, at the same time, we need the energy.
Yeah, we do.
So it looks like we do have the final there to resend our last our first
First,
card.
that we used for the draw. Oh, we have another. Okay, never mind.
This is really good.
This is really good. Yeah. Yeah, because we have another Tanjiro that we know that's in hand that we can raid.
Yeah.
So we can cycle through that one.
Yeah, we can cycle through both.
And do both will both currently have I think both will currently have impact as well. But we just added 2 3-drops to our hand. I did miss that, so I do apologize on which cards were added.
So the Butterfly Mansion has a stunt here.
Yeah.
So we could play another character on the energy line or the front line. Front line would be ideal. So we can swap it out. But no, we're going to play the Tundra in the back, and then we're going to go ahead and raid, I imagine, the single energy one. Yep.
Yep. All right. Which will mean that we will be able to get some additional like pluses from the 1000 on the Tundra on the back.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. We normally would grab a Nezuko from our sideline and then play it out. One from our hand, 3 cost or less, but we don't have one. So this does connect here since it is impact.
Yeah, we get a Gone, which it looks like just a draw trigger.
Okay, so what's quite unfortunate is that no matter what, we'd only have 3 cards in the front line when we pass our turn, right? So
yeah. Yeah, so we can do that. We can put our Tanjiro back to put the other one front. This is a 4K on offense, so I think we kind of have to block one because the other Tanjiro is the one that has impact all the time, right?
Yeah, the one that we just put to the back case has impact all the time.
Yeah, that will always mess me up. Actually, no, it's not. It doesn't have impact.
Yeah, the one that we just moved to the side to the.
Yeah, but the one that we just pushed up does not have impact.
No. Yeah, so we're still having. We have to give resolve the effect of the Tundra in the back line.
Yeah.
To give something plus 1000.
Yeah. Also, this is time and round as well.
This is cutting it really close here.
Yeah, this is the last match in the round too. No trigger there.
Draw trigger.
Oh, sorry, draw trigger. Yeah, no fancy trigger. I guess I don't know. nothing immediately impactful.
It's so crazy how this deck can have like 50 cards in the hand or 10 cards. I think is what it is. The limit is 10 cards.
Yeah. Another 4K here, or maybe 5. One's a 4K, one's a 5K, but both these are gonna block.
Yeah. We could move something here if we wanted to.
Yeah, but I think keeping it back is the correct play. And then 4K.
We just block this. Yeah, really unfortunate that we don't have double impact. That'd be really, really nice.
Yeah, and we have the same issue for our blue player where we don't have anything that's a character in the back. We just have 2 stages, so yeah, likely we'll be able to get rid of like a Nezuko maybe or something else, but I don't think we have enough pressure to really end the game here.
But we could have a raid card.
It's true, but the raid card I don't think even does that much right now.
Yeah, I think it would just be able to attack, I think. So we're going to tap another one here. I mean, we would need a... yeah, this is kind of rough.
Yeah.
Actually. I was thinking to myself, maybe Hunter has it, but now I'm not too sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. Having to play 1 active using the effect. It is a 3 cost, so we do get the effect, which I remember, but just in case. It is the Bara, so look at top. If it has 2 or more, choose 1 character, gets minus 1,000. So we will be able to use that effect. And then, so if we do have the raid, which we do, we will be able to get rid of 1 of these cards, which it looks like the Tondro. Yeah, because these Nezuko, 1 of these Nezukos has to block anyways.
Sure.
So I think, we get the risky dice to get all these are 4Ks now as well.
Yeah, so we're going to be able to essentially clear the board.
Yeah, the only issue is that the Tondro in back has impact all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't super matter. Okay, there's a final trigger, so that sequencing is correct.
So we just see a double block.
Yeah, I think we're just going to block 2 and just hope the last card for blue
It's a final.
is not a final.
Yep.
All right.
So we just pass the turn.
Yep, and the one in the back is the other one as well.
Yeah, and that's the one that matters.
That's the one that impact all the time is very good.
Yeah. Yep. So, Tanjiro does have impact. I guess we're checking here as the Hunter x Hunter player. How many finals do we have in our trash?
Yeah.
That's always the question.
All right. Yeah, I think it's just attack.
Just raise, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just raise here. I think maybe we're trying to figure out if there's an easier way, or if there's a way maybe we can use a special to then push out, or.
Nah, you just jam it. Just go for it. Yep. There we go.
Do the thing.
We are running out of time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Just push it up. And we're currently generating 3 energy. If we want to put stuff in the back, you just go for it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a real reason to actually raise the other one, right?
I guess. I mean, I guess we could put 2 in the back if we need to. I guess, yeah, we'll get 2 0 costs so we can put them in the back. Because the mansion can get us those.
Yep.
Yep. Nezuko, which we would need to generate 1. And another 0 cost Nezuko.
Yep, so that goes to the sideline. And imagine we just play those out.
Yeah, we're running out. We got 10 seconds. They have to just attack.
All right. Okay, we can't do that since they're zeros.
Yeah, they are zeros. Yeah, just attack impact. Yeah, go for it. All right. Yeah.
Checking. What is it?
Not a final trigger.
Okay,
all right. I know we ended the last round saying like you should do all your actions. This table had an extension. Okay, that makes more sense too.
Okay, that's good. That's
okay,
good.
well they needed it, so they got there. All right. So yeah, we get there. We find the play, and our yellow Tondro deck is going to get there. So that's the end of round 2. I'm going to go straight to break because I have a hungry puppy I need to feed real quick. But we'll get to round number 3. Let us know what decks you guys want to see. Likely not Demon Slayer since we've seen all 3 decks at this point, right?
Sure.
So if there's anything else you guys want to see, let us know. We'll do that, and we'll be back with round number 3. All right, we are back with round 3. We're at table 1, and we've got a pretty interesting match. We've got blue JJK, which I think is less surprising, but we also have purple Hunter x Hunter, currently 2-0, sitting at table 1. One of my favorite IP color combinations, even though it can be a little bit rough sometimes.
Yeah, I was expecting actually blue JJK to make a pretty big splash at this event just because it did win Cardfest. And I obviously, what's really nice about that deck is that there's 2 different versions out, even with that particular build. So really interested to see which version this one is, which I think is the classic one.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see exactly how this plays out. How do you think this matchup goes?
Um, 1 second. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because like we get like a lot of draw from Blue Sukuna, so I'm gonna be interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see too with all the bounce
Mm-hmm.
if you're able to if it'll slow down the purple hunter deck.
Yeah, agreed. Sorry, I was just getting the. Yeah, I won't say which version of this one it is, but they are running at least this card, right?
Yeah.
If they don't play this card, it'd be a little surprising, right?
Yeah, you do see the two Nabarros coming down, which is really good here. Drawing 2, trashing 2. And yeah, just passing the turn. Yeah, really excited to see this actually. Alright, so of course the purple hunter did go first, so this is, we're going to play 1 here for a 2-0 cost, and then we're going to just pass the turn. So still setting things up, which is quite common for purple, I feel like. Although this deck can be very, very aggressive. That Illumi having damage too is quite nice. And then, so it looks like we're going to go ahead and play out the Maki in the back. Haven't seen any fingers just yet. Alright, still deciding what we want to do here for our last AP card. And doing a little bit of mental math there. Generating 3 energy. What do we have? Ooh, okay. So, okay, yeah, just go ahead and play out I believe it's the 0 cost. Yeah, 0 cost. There's 1500 in the front line there. The UG.
Mm-hmm.
Just passing the turn.
Yeah, and we do have again a good amount of our setup for I think both players, but clearly the drawing and cycling from blue is just way better.
Yeah.
From that side.
Alright, so raising the 0 cost on the front line there. Still only generating 2.
Yeah, and this is the card that we get to raid into our Illumi as well, since it is also named Illumi. And looks like we're gonna have to take another draw. That's unfortunate. With I don't know, purple generally gets a lot of card cycles, so to need to draw an extra card to get there is a bit rough. But it looks like we're gonna play out a card to the front line. So this is showing that it's probably leaning more towards the Zoldyck family. So when sideline, look at top 3, add a Zoldyck family to your hand, and then put the rest to the bottom in any order. And then we have another copy of Gita Racker on the back. So we got 3 of them.
Yeah, the army in the back.
Yeah.
Alright, so Blue JJK here now with their 3 AP. And let's see what we can do here. Nothing too viable to kind of bounce or remove off the board. Nothing too impactful just yet. Tapping 1, we do have another UG in the back line. So generating 4 energy now.
Yeah, there's the first Sukuna of the game. Unsurprising, we'll see more than one, I think. Yeah. But the draw 2 and put 1 card in the trash is very good. Or sideline, rather.
Sideline, yeah. Do we have a fingertip possibly in the trash? Doesn't look like it. Would have been a snap.
Yeah.
Snap, yeah.
Yeah, putting another Nobara in there.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty surprising how good those Sukunas can be late game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is, it's just so much power.
Yeah. Yeah, we just get so much cycle, and you know, like if we have like the 6-drop, or if we have like the field too, right? That helps a lot. But we're playing the double energy version of UG in the back, and I think we're just going to start doing a little bit of damage. We got 4K going in.
Yeah.
Both these have one sideline effect, so it is a little bit tempting to get the block on it.
Yeah, and this character does not have double damage as well, so just because we don't have 2 or more fingers on the trash.
No.
So we are going to go ahead and let that Zoldyck family member die. Go to the sideline.
Yeah, and no impact, rather, right?
Impact.
Yeah.
Yep, grabbing a Lumi. Quite
Yeah, nice. So we just need to generate. We need a double energy to be able to raid into that next turn, but that is pretty good. And deciding to keep that on the top. Oh, another Illumi. All right. All right, that's 2.
Okay, now it's just how much energy can we?
Yeah, how can we generate? Yeah.
Because I mean, here's the thing: Illumi is only 4 energy, right? So.
It's a 5, unfortunately.
5.
Yeah. So we do need a double.
Got it. Okay, so we need to go double energy, Illumi, double energy.
We need double energy, Illumi.
Single energy.
Final trigger. We need quite a bit.
Yeah.
But we could do it. It's not impossible to do, but
I mean, purple has a lot of cycle, so we can sing a lot of drawing, a lot of trashing, of course. So.
And there's a good amount of like double energy, including the 3 cost Illumi, which would get us like another card draw. But looks like we're for 1. Yep. All right. That is the double energy. So just to draw 1, is our color trigger 2?
That's pretty good. Pretty good. So we can guarantee go into Illumi here. Now you're a big fan of this deck, right?
Yes. Though I play more of the Phantom Troop version, and this is definitely looking more. Oh, we do have it.
Oh. Wow.
All right. So we can raid 1. And as long as we have like another just 1 cost, yeah, we can get double Lumis on the board. This is going to be quite the turn.
Yeah, this is really good.
And so we get to choose something, and if it gets KO'd, we get to draw 2 cards. So likely we're going to choose the Yuji with 1 and the Sukuna with the other one.
Sure.
Guarantee that you either take 4 damage this turn, or we get to draw 2, right?
Yeah, and this is a purple deck that I feel like not many people normally see.
No.
But one that in the Union Arena card game that you can see because, like I mentioned before, as long as it's like some of your favorite characters, you can make some magic happen with some of these, off meta decks.
Yeah. And yeah, deciding which card to put in the back because we do need to generate another energy. Looks like we are playing. I think this is just a nullify impact, 0 cost. That's also Zoldyck family. Oh, we're not doing the double energy. Oh, okay. So we're gonna guarantee. Yeah, this is this is Mike. Mike in the back. So yeah, we're instead using the Dragon Head special trigger. So that will get a KO of something 5 or less. That will proc the Illumi effect to get a draw 2. And then we have this double attack, which will get rid of the Yuji, and then we attack 1. So that's a good amount of pressure.
Yeah.
One of the better turns. You're gonna have to trust this. There's a quick bit rate snowstorm happening, but we got that there. So 6 life to 6 right now, and we're passing it back. And we know that there's another Illumi potentially, or that is looming for the next turn since we are already generating 5 as well.
And thanks to Mike, we're able to generate 5.
Mike. What a guy.
The protector. The protector, Mike.
Yeah.
For the Zoldyck family.
And do we need... We just need 3 Zoldyck family affinity cards. We had 5, so Mike wasn't super needed, but we appreciate him all the same.
We do. We did end up playing a finger there, so resting the Yuji drew ourselves a card.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 AP left.
And we got our, as mentioned.
Yeah.
Guess what? If you want to draw Sukuna, guess playing the first one finds the second one more times than not. And we do have 1 finger in there. Can we get a second finger in there?
If we have another finger, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it would give us a second impact. But as mentioned, if they don't snap to it, then they don't have it, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, funny enough, too, I think this Maki should be live, or almost live.
Yeah, I think you're right, because we're pretty close.
Yeah, we know we have a special in trash as well as a finger, and all we really need is 4 or more event cards to activate its effect.
Yeah. which spoilers, most decks need to run those anyways, so it's not a...
Oh, there's the domain expansion there.
Yeah, and when Maki is activated, we just become a 3K, which is still very good for a card that already drew us a card.
Yeah.
Advanced drew us a card too, right? Like
Yeah.
just such a good effect.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and block that. We're gonna draw ourselves a card. We still only have one finger in trash, or in sideline.
Yeah, and being able to get rid of that board is upsetting, but we will, again, the fact that we have another Illumi in the hand, like our hand size is huge right now. Like purple, like everything we've done is like drawn us another card.
Yeah, really nice there. And I think we're just counting the event cards is what it looked like, which we should have 4 now, if not 3. All right, deciding how we want to proceed with this turn. Now we do have 3 targets with Illumi, so not too bad. We're gonna raise our boy Mike there. Nullify impact is pretty good. Most likely the Sukuna will have impact for the following turn. I feel like there's almost no way we don't find another finger by next turn. So that's quite nice. We're going to tap 1 AP. We're generating 3. Okay, so we see the Killua.
Yep. And I like this card. It was a promo that we got into our main set. It's better if you play it early and then it's, you're able to push it up later and be like another active attack, but it can be a 4K attack pretty easy. But we're going to use another Illumi here, so we will be able to push that up with the mic there. Choose one of these characters to get KO'd, and assuming that our Maki isn't present, which I don't... If they had dice, it'd be easy, right?
Yeah.
But whatever. They could choose one. But we've got a final trigger, a final trigger, get 2 APs back.
Very nice. Do we have another character plus Illumi again?
Perhaps. I mean, another special trigger here would be really clean. Which we do. Yeah, we have another special, get rid of the Sukuna, which will let us draw 2 cards off of our Illumi.
Now, this Killua is a double energy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we could also push it up right now if we wanted. It wouldn't be active, so it couldn't attack this turn, but being able to, activate main once per turn, you can, if a character on your opponent's field has been sidelined this turn, you can move that to the other line.
Nice.
But deciding not to, we're just going to, I guess, do it the hard way. I guess we could have done it the other way, right? Push it up and then play the other one in the back,
sure.
but... get rid of, not take the double damage, and then Mike's going in.
Mike coming in here for the swing. Do we have a trigger? We have a finger. Wow.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's really good.
But luckily, luckily that was hit now when we've seen 2 Sukunas, but
sure.
I'm sure the third one is not far away.
This also guarantees that our Maki in the back is live with that effect, which is quite relevant. But, I mean, cleaning the board back to back is really good here for the purple Hunter deck.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're playing a Yuji. Why would we be doing that? Perhaps. What could be the reason for playing a Yuji on our?
We need the
board?
energy.
We need the energy.
What are you talking about? Okay.
Oh, and the name for
we
Divergent.
do need the energy. Actually.
Yeah. We need the energy and the name.
Yeah. So getting rid of that Illumi is quite good.
Yeah.
And for our last AP, I mean, what do we have? I mean, it could be the 3-cost UG that we might see here. Maybe to bounce something. Or to sideline now that we have 2 fingers in our trash.
Yeah, but like now that we can just only put like 1 card into our front line, that's kind of spooky. And the purple Zoldyck family deck is not. It has a good amount of removal. Sometimes it's a little expensive.
Sure.
But you can get some really good pressure with it too.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen like any of the Silvas or Zenos there. But it looks like okay, we do have the third one. Now this is where Mike can come in clutch. You can be a impact negate, so you don't get the damage from the Sukuna.
Yeah. Nullify impact.
Yeah.
Really, really good. It's funny enough that early on in this in the Union Arena card game, I was like, oh, this card's not that great. Nullify impact is not that great. But in a situation like this, Really useful.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we are going to go ahead and block with that Mike and nullify that impact there.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Mike gave us an energy,
Yeah.
saved a life. I mean, I don't know. Mike is putting in work here.
Yeah, and we're passing back. We've got our 1 Killua. We got 3 action points. We still got 4 cards in hand. Oh, Blue's got like 7. So
Yeah.
just always so many cards in
I mean,
hand.
draw 2 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Draw 2 is pretty good.
Oh, we got the mint
Yeah.
Altoids.
Taking a little break here.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it fresh.
Gotta keep these Sukunas fresh here. Oh, 6 in hand, actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's pretty
okay.
good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I don't think we really need to AP draw here. We've already gone through, I think, 3 finals.
You'd be surprised how many times I'm like, I still haven't found the card I need. Where is it?
I mean, what card were we looking for here?
Third Crollo. They have 3 Sukunas. It's only fair.
Illumi.
Yeah. You're right. Illumi.
Yeah, Illumi would be really good here.
Yeah. Especially if you're able to like punish them by getting like a final trigger or getting removal of the Sukuna, and then you can push that up. Oh, but we're just keeping it. We're just pushing it up naturally.
Pushing up the double energy.
So currently generating 3.
All right.
We're putting the 0 cost 1 sideline draw. I think it Pacunta on the back. Okay, we've got the Butler in the back.
Okay, and Illumi. No, all right.
And okay.
Xeno.
And Xeno. Xeno is
Xeno, yeah.
is good. We still have these 2 3K attacks. Yeah, first block there, and then we still get a 3K in. Let's see what we hit into.
Another special.
Yeah,
I mean,
another special.
thankfully for the purple player, we don't have an Illumi on the board.
Yeah.
Or,
That's probably one of the better specials. Now, if we went from bottom to top, that would have been the last card in their life.
Sure.
Would have been fine, but
sure.
by flip-flopping, we were punished in this specific scenario.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure this JJK player has at least close to max amount of cards in hand.
Yeah,
like
they
7 cards in hand now.
Yeah, they're at 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so playing out that Eugene now. We do have 2 fingers, so we are able to sideline a 3,500 or less.
Yeah, which could be the Killua. Yep, which is the Killua.
Oh, actually bouncing to hand, it might be 3 or more fingers.
Let me
I thought
double
it was
check.
2.
Yeah, the color trigger.
Oh, 3 or more.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Yeah, you get to sideline it, and then still pretty good though.
Yes, really good. We do still only have 1 character on the front, so nothing too spectacular coming from the JJK side, but having that domain expansion to get 2 APs back is quite strong.
We also have 5 life left, so double. Yeah. I don't think we need to do that one. That one felt like a little extra.
But why not?
But we have the impact already, right? Like they're not blocking.
Yeah.
But
let's slow them down just a little bit.
yeah, it's you've been slowed down.
Okay.
No trigger off of life, passing with a 3K UG and a 4K Sukuna.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see exactly what we can do. We have quite a few cards, especially for bouncing to and back. Unfortunately, they weren't raid cards that we did bounce back, so.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have quite a few energy. It's quite nice, generating 5.
No, we're at 6, I think.
Oh, 6. Oh, the
yeah,
Lumi's
6.
a double. That's
Yeah,
right, that's
yeah.
right.
The Lumi's double, and then the
Butler.
The Butler. Let me see. Goto. Yeah. Yeah, it's the if you're playing against green or blue, which we are. It's funny how like some of these like temporary like 2-drop 2 double energies are really good. Like if it's like blue and purple, like it's like every deck in the game.
Yeah.
Like you have such a high chance of getting it like if we double energy.
Yeah, huge fan of that mechanic.
Yeah, but we pushed up the Zeno though. It does have a pretty good effect for removal right here, which could help slow down the JJK deck. I don't know, like both decks are just drawing so much cards.
So we're doing a couple of things here. We play the kill in the back and the front. I mean.
Yeah. All right. Let me help. So activate main and front line. Switch to wrestling. Choose one character with 4,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it. And you place this in your removal area, so you get rid of the Sukuna. And then, yeah, we just push that up to the top. Also, the Silva has activate main. Place 2 cards from your hand into the sideline, and this character gains snipe. And if you do, your opponent cannot block until the end of the turn.
Yeah.
So, what that? Yeah, until the end of the turn.
Yeah, playing that in the back is quite strong, just because we're kind of guaranteed that to survive for the following turn. And getting rid of the Sukuna was quite strong as well. That's our third Sukuna.
Mm-hmm.
So only one left in the deck. And looks like okay, picking up the Yuji. That's the raid character Yuji.
Yeah, we just play it out as a 4-drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we do have the big boy Sukuna. This is the 5-drop raid card here.
Yeah, I don't really see too often, honestly.
Yeah, I do not. And I think at this point we've determined that we're not playing the Nanami version, right?
Yeah.
And we do have the stage there, or the field there, which again we only have 2 fingers there. 5-drop Sukuna looks at top 5 for a finger, our shrine, and looking like not seeing either. So a little bit under lucky there.
Yeah, I mean having 2 I think is pretty good regardless.
Yeah, but we have like 10 cards in deck, right? Like it does not look like we have that many.
They gotta be in life.
Yeah. And with the shrine at 2, what we get is what? Impact 1, I think?
I believe it's Impact 1, yeah.
Yeah, we get damage 2.
Damage 2.
And impact is at 4 more.
Damage 2 is good, and it does connect. So nothing there.
And yeah, we really just have to hope for some kind of trigger. Oh, we do get a saving grace here. So it is the color trigger from Illumi. So that will let us play a 2-drop from our sideline into our front line to get that last block that we need. And we have like 2 different ones that can like draw us one.
We needed this.
Yeah, we super did. We super did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
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 Oh, that's right. That's right. Have no fear, Mike is here.
Though this card didn't have impact, right?
But it is Mike.
Sure, but we had like some
other
we could have drawn a card, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. Regardless, we're narrowly still in the game here.
Yeah, this is looking a little rough. We have only 1 life left. All we really need is a character with impact or some sort of removal, which we know that the blue JJK does have a lot of, especially with 2 close to 3 fingers on the sideline there.
Yeah, and I think Killer was still tapped down, right?
It should be still tapped down.
Yeah. I'll gently remind them real quick.
Unless they know something that we don't.
Hey, real quick, the Killua on the front line still tapped down, right?
I think he comes untapped because I had a color trigger or an active trigger that turn.
Oh, you did have an active trigger. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, we missed that.
I had an active trigger.
All right. We were wrong, so
yeah, it's because when the double damage hit, we didn't really see exactly what the 2 cards were when they flipped.
Yeah.
So that's probably what it was there. So.
Yeah, and the fact that it didn't move active immediately.
Yeah.
So active trigger set it active, and then the end of turn, or was the next time it would be set active, and then it would
right.
set active there. All right. So we can give snipe to our dad here.
Yeah. We can give snipe to something, or give snipe to him.
Yeah, to Silva. Yeah.
Yeah. But we are missing a board. We still need to kind of fill this board up so that the following turn, there's really no way we can win this turn. At least not to my knowledge, since they have a full board, especially with 2 bodies on the board that are 4K.
Yeah.
The Maki's 3.
Oh, we got Mike.
The Mike is actually really relevant here. We're gonna tap 2 AP to play once again 1 more.
Okay. And yeah, likely using the Silva effect to. I mean, who's the most important name at this point? Probably Sukuna.
Yeah, I think there's too many Yujus on the board.
Yeah. Discard 2. We'll get snipe.
Yeah, impact 1 is good.
And an impact 1, so we'll be able to remove a body on board, and then Killua will actually be able to convert into a 4K afterwards. so something gets KO'd for the turn.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, I feel like you just kind of take the second one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're actually gonna go for the UGs. What it looks like.
Um, I don't think that. I mean, what Shrine only gives the effect
Okay.
to. Yeah. Okay.
there
Yeah.
you go.
So impact one, choosing the top one at the top of the mat. No trigger. Actually, no, draw trigger.
Yeah.
And then we can attack. This will be a 4K body due to something getting sideline this turn.
Yep. So 4K. I think we just take it. Yeah, we have 3 left. So.
Yeah, because we need the pressure on the other turn. Another draw.
That's
Man,
pretty good.
That's very good.
All right. All we really need here is some sort of removal.
Yeah, removal and a push-up would be good.
Yeah, and thanks to Mike being on the board, we do have nullify impact.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's another UG.
Yeah, and if both of our Silvas survive, we will be able to. We don't have enough cards for. We just have double impact.
Okay, so we are able to rest something.
Yeah, well, off the UG we just were able to raid into. Right? It's no, you just return one to hand, which is a Silva, which is mildly devastating.
All right, so we need this last life here to be a final.
Yeah,
which I think we've gone through at least 3.
We've seen quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First 4K. Yeah, I think you just take it. Because it has to be at this point, right? If it's not a final trigger. Mike, no. Not the mic.
I mean, what we just take. I mean, all right. Yeah.
Right.
We block this.
Yeah.
4K. Yep. Another swing here. Do we have a final?
Nope. Just another Silva. Yeah, but I think our purple player played it very well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just a lot of oh yeah, see, definitely had a finger in life. We saw it.
Yeah. And another close game. This is what I really love about Union Arena. Sometimes, even though you're not playing the most meta deck, it's still very close all the time.
Yeah, and I think that was the one thing that I noticed from like when we were playing like demo decks and star decks, like usually like one player would run away with it quite fast, which I think some people had worries about. But now that we're in constructed, it still happens, but I find it more balanced, and you could really get to the end game in a lot of ways, and it'd be really close and be really trigger dependent.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised that Blue JJK is making it having a pretty good run here. There were quite a few in today's tournament, but one thing to mention is that there was a lot of diverse decks today.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch, and we'll have it on Eggman Events tomorrow morning. I'll have the top 16 decks for this event. We're at like the halfway mark. We're not even done, but I'll have that, and I'll have the it'll probably just be color and IP breakdown. It's a little bit harder to get that information more than that, but you guys can kind of know from that too. But we are going to take a tiny break. I think that was like one of the last matches going on for round number 3. We'll jump into round number 4, and we will see what that looks like. So we're going to take our break. We'll see you guys round number 4. If there's anything you guys want that we haven't seen already, let us know. I think we've seen most things.
Lancelot?
I don't think we've seen any Bleach decks. I think that's the one that we've
that's true.
Jumped around.
Renji Rush?
Renji Rush, yeah. But we'll see that. We'll take a check on there, and we'll see you guys around number 4. So we'll be right back. All right, we are back. We have. I think we've seen Joshua earlier, but I think it was like on a. It wasn't like the full game. It was like
Mhm.
the half game, if I remember right.
Yeah, I
But
think you're correct.
we have 13 undefeateds left. We have, I think, two Green Hunter Hunters, two copies of Yellow Demon Slayer, and then the rest are Purple Kogias and Blue JJK, which is not too surprising.
Hmm.
But yeah, Green Karapika was on release of this game in North America, probably one of the best decks in the game,
Yeah.
and it still hasn't been dethroned. I think in that, I think it's still a really strong deck.
Yeah, I think the deck kind of loses to hard aggression, which was
Hmm.
the main reason why people are playing Renji Rush.
Yeah.
But now we also have Purple Geass in the meta, which obviously is another really aggressive deck. And but I do think regardless, the deck is still really really good if you
Yeah.
can find your ideal curve and go to 7 energy and the energy line really quickly. Then once you get to that point, you're just kind of dominating the rest of the game.
Hmm.
So
And I will say, yellow is good at aggression if you set up right. You get
mhm.
just a lot of attacks in. And are we having to spend one to? No, we're not drawing
No.
one. But we're actually going to play the. Oh, what's this name? Piccolo? No. What's the name?
This is the name just slipped me.
Melody. All right. I wasn't super off
Melody.
base. All right. It's
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
I mean, it's got a flute, but
yeah.
but yeah, this is able to generate energy on our front line, which
Yep.
is sometimes important when we can't find
Yeah.
enough double energies. So
Especially when we're trying to go to 7 as fast as possible.
yep,
So, quite nice. And I do think, like you were mentioning before, yellow can be very aggressive. And even though you can have a 5,000 power blocker, doesn't really matter too much if we're attacking just a 5-6 times a turn.
yeah,
So,
and it does play in the front line rested. They just forgot, so they fixed it. Obviously, active at the end of the turn, but
yeah.
yeah, it would not be able to attack that turn.
Yeah, yeah. Melody with Rush is kind of crazy.
Yeah, a little crazy.
I've seen the Nezuko in the energy line here, and then we're gonna go ahead and play the
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
And I think we get to do our little combo play. Yeah, we do. So we get to push that up, put the Tanjiro in the back, and then that will let us get a plus 1,000 on our Nezuko. And where are we going?
Yeah, we could block here if we wanted to, but obviously we want the energy generation in the front line. So we can hit the front, and do we have a trigger? I believe that's the active, but it doesn't matter nonetheless since we only have one attack left.
Yeah.
So just passing the turn, and now finally, Green Hunter is now at 3 AP.
All right, and let me just put this
So
here.
the name of the game here is trying to see how much energy we can possibly put in the back energy line, as well as possibly finding our top end as well.
Yeah, and there's kind of like this weird like middle turn for Green Hunter where you have to make room for your double energy in the back, right? So you kind of have to push up your weenies, but yeah, right now we're generating now 4 energy.
5.
Can we play that? Wait, that's a 3 cost, right?
We do it the front line.
Oh,
Melody.
front line. Yeah,
Melody,
you're right.
melody,
You're right.
melody.
My
Flute,
hand
flute.
on the mouse. Hand on the mouse.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So now generating 5. This is
Another double energy, so we're generating 7. So
7.
if we do have the raid, we get to play it right now.
that's turn 3.
That's pretty dang good.
That's really good. All thanks to Melody.
No, but we
Oh.
have. Okay, Hisoka.
Hisoka, yeah.
I was like, it has to be Hisoka.
Now, funny enough, I think this card saw less and less play as the meta was developed.
Hmm.
You saw this early on when the set was released, just because of the card pool.
Yeah.
And the other decks, but this card is actually quite good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Generally, kind of put in the back and then push it up later, but you do kind of force some awkward situations. Late game, you have so much action points and nothing to do with it, so the action point cost is not really too heavy, and it's a 4K right now, which will get a free block, which I think is additionally impactful. But yeah, I think so. It's either that we don't have the 7-drop Karapika, or we're waiting until we see a Nezuko on the front line to get rid of it. But we will be using our special trigger here to get rid of the Hisoka.
Yeah, I kind of wish we would have saved that for our other top end because there's
Yeah.
quite There's Leorio, which is also another fantastic card. But
Mm-hmm.
I do understand we want to apply as much pressure as possible. So playing out the Nezuko to go ahead and swap with the Tengen that was on the front line.
Yep. And looks like we're going. Yeah, we're attacking here, which again we'll get a. We do give a boost with the Tanjiro in the back there.
Yep.
Z pile, so just a straight draw trigger.
And another swing there. I don't think we block at all. I think we probably want to save this unless we have another double energy in our hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Was an active trigger, I believe. Is that one an active trigger? Oh no. We just blocked that
Yeah.
one. What does that one?
I don't think it has a
Oh, you're
trigger.
right. You're right. It
Yeah,
doesn't have a trigger. You're right. I'm thinking the
just the
two-drop.
double energy
The
one.
2-drop promo has the active trigger.
Yeah. So it looks like the melody did go down on there.
Yeah. So right now we're only generating 6 energy, so we would need another double energy in the back to be able to go into Kurapika if we want to play it this turn.
Yeah. Or even if we have it, right?
If we have it, right?
Yeah. I mean, Leoro is another option that's quite good as well. The 5-cost Kurapika is pretty good.
You're just switching between both pronunciations, right? So
Kurapika.
you're just
Yeah.
never. You're
Look,
right.
You're never
right
wrong
either way.
if you
Yeah,
switch
you're never
both.
wrong.
You're
Yeah.
never wrong, right?
I'd rather be 50% right than
Exactly.
chance 0% right.
Exactly.
All right, and looks like this is a neon that we're getting off the Kurapika.
Yeah, funny enough, that card is a 5-cost. And it is very, very good. Respectfully so. So.
It is another double energy, and it can do a lot of powerful things, and we're getting something. I'm sooner blaming my own internet, by the way. I think the webcam setups are fine. I think just someone that might be named Eggman is having some minor internet issues.
Yeah, we did put that double energy Kurapika in the front line.
Yeah.
So
that will be able to be a 4K and attack this turn because the neon plays it active. And we're now generating 7 energy. So if we do have the 7-drop Kurapika, this might be a good enough time to play it. Even though like we're not getting a snipe on anything too impactful, it would be nice. But it looks like we're playing, oh boy, Basho? I'm going to say Basho.
is it?
Maybe?
I think it might be the 2-cost.
The 2-cost Kurapika?
Yeah, Kurapika. Maybe.
We got the card set up. It could be the 5-cost Kurapika.
That's also true.
I'll change my answer. I think it's the 5-cost.
Okay.
We'll find out eventually. Apologies for the internet issue here.
Yeah, so it looks like we did just pass.
It is looking more and more like the 5-cost. I'm going to say it's the 5-cost.
Yep.
Final answer.
Right, so raising the Tengen.
Sorry. Yeah, the color trigger.
I'm saying it's the 2-cost.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that's 2-cost. I think it is.
Oh, you know what? You are correct. Yeah, you are right.
Rare situation.
Yeah.
Having the Tengen on the front, 3K body, and if we have the raid, we can swap it out. Playing the Tanjiro in the back as well.
And honestly, now it's crystal clear. I'm sorry. I know it's gonna go away again, but man, it is. I can see everything.
All right. So blocking that swing there. Unfortunately, no raid just yet. Having another block, and one of these attacks will go through.
Yeah, I think Z-Pile is. I mean, we take the first one in case we hit like an active trigger, right? Ooh.
That is really good.
But do we want to raid with it now?
Nah,
No,
nah.
we wait for the next turn. Yeah.
We
So we could
block
snipe
this.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what I was talking about earlier, is that once we kind of get the engine going, we have our energy ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
If we're able to just kind of go 7-drop, it's just very nasty.
Yeah. If we have like another double energy right now, we haven't seen any final triggers come out. Because we could do like push up the double energy Kurapika, put another double energy, and then raid. That'd be pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or raid, final trigger. Final trigger, play a 1-drop, raid again. Double snipe impact 5Ks.
Yeah, I am going to say Kurapika is definitely a fan favorite of a deck, I think, for people playing Unity right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just, I mean, a fantastic storyline and arc in the anime too. So I think everyone just gravitates toward this deck. Uh,
I think it's a good deck for people just getting into it too.
mhm.
It's a little linear at times, but you play the big boy and you get rid of the cards in your opponent's forward. And then it's really hard to interact with 5K at times.
Yeah, plus snipe.
Plus snipe, yeah.
That's pretty good. So this could be the raid character.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what the decision is. Oh, we're
Leorio.
playing Leorio. Okay.
Yeah, another really good card. And then yes, we get to do the raid. And with 1 AP left. And for our last one, are we going to possibly play another character on the energy line?
Yeah, this Leorio, it doesn't get played all the time, but I think it's a fine card, being able to, again, take advantage of us likely having a lot of extra AP at the end of the game. Looks like we're playing, I believe, another Basho in the back, so that is a 35k double energy with step. And yeah, we're generating 8. So we're going to use the snipe on, I guess, the Tengen. Probably the best card to hit at this point.
3k body, well, I guess why not? Has step too, so.
Yeah, I mean, getting rid of the when they have already so many of the Nezuko.
Huh.
They might be frozen for us on the bottom side, but not for.
That's true. I didn't think of that possibility.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's my internet once again. I apologize.
Yeah, it looks like we probably hit a special.
Let me try to jump back out and back in. So here, we'll go to us. Yes. Okay. Yep. My apologies. Yeah, we did hit a special trigger. We were able to do some damage, and hit them down to 4 life. But yeah, obviously that final trigger, that special trigger on the Karapika just is bananas.
Yeah. And honestly, Karapika only have 3 life is pretty good here for the Tandro deck. I think being able to have possibly 5 to 6 swings this turn can be really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're on the weaker side, it's still really good.
And I could be wrong. I see the color trigger in there. Something should still be rested, I think, right? If that activated?
If it did, yes.
All right. We're putting a Tengen in the energy line double.
So, unfortunately, just getting 1 attack in this turn.
Yeah, because we have not seen our raid Nezuko's, it seems. All right, we're just swapping Nezuko's, so we do activate our Tanjiro in the back to give something plus 1,000. And, yeah, because we only have 1 Tanjiro, yeah.
All right, so easy block here. And get another block, and for a 3rd swing, it's the same thing, right? If we take it right now,
yeah.
All right, checking the top left to a trigger.
Oh.
That's 2 off life now.
Yeah, it's 2 off life. And now you're just like, do I even want to do it for free? Like, I don't think the snipe is that impactful. You might as well just get the active thing, and so you have 1 more AP for the Leorio effect, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is that all these characters on the front line for the Tundra deck are already so small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we haven't seen a single raid card yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would just. I don't know. It won't matter. I think,
Yeah,
but I probably would have raided. All right, looks like they're going to use Leori's effect. So currently it is a 5k impact 1, and then if it's not blocked, you get to draw a card, which is quite nice.
Yep.
Looks like we're likely going to raid. Yes, we are. which will be able to get the impact on something. And then one more to just play something in the
Special?
back. Oh, special.
Ooh.
Yeah. Um,
Giving something snipe.
yeah. Shouldn't you use it on the special or on the promo one, right? Because the promo will get like an additional effect, right? Oh no, it just gains impact one, so you can give something else and then still have the impact one. So you have two impacts right now. Technically, I think Joshua's front line should be all active. I don't know why it's not, but
I'd be frozen.
I don't think Kurapika does that. Oh, him frozen. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see what you mean. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably. Yeah, likely. Sorry, it's just he could just be so stoic. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably try to stop watching Joshua moving forward. But yeah, my apologies. I just like luckily there's like you don't usually do anything in your opponent's turn until it's like defense turn, but
So we do have a trigger actually,
we do. Yeah.
and so we're able to rest a character.
No, it's the
It's active.
It's yeah, it's an active trigger.
Okay.
Yeah. So something has 3,000 here, or plus 3,000.
Okay. Now this character does have snipe.
Yeah, so it can't be blocked, and you can get rid of something, which is nice. Likely the Nezuko, I guess.
Unless we do have the block, right?
Well, we can't block with it with snipe.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's right. And I don't think we use Leoria's ability this turn, right?
Oh yeah, they're definitely frozen again.
Yeah.
I do not know what's going on. I do not know why this is freezing on me. I've never had this happen before, where it freezes for me like this. We got a get trigger.
And then we have to draw.
Yeah, from Leorio since we weren't blocked. So it's pretty close. If we finally get the Nezuko here, we'll be able to we'll get there. Man,
Yeah,
I might have to like PowerPoint just refresh this every turn.
Yeah. Hopefully we have the Tanjiro impact, allowing us to play out a Nezuko for free from our hand.
Mm-hmm.
We can grab one from our trash, but we don't have to play out the one that we grabbed, which would be extremely beneficial for us.
Mm-hmm. Also, having a 5K body just kind of nullifies impact right now too.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have to have like a special trigger and like a Nezuko, but yeah, just not
Nice.
quite seeing it. But yeah, that's the first step though if we want to try to get somewhere.
Yeah. So grabbing a Nezuko from trash. If we do have one, it has to be 3 cost or less, and then we get to play one out from our hand. And yes, grabbing the 0 cost. And
Yeah, I have to find the right Nezuko or the right Tanjiro.
mhm,
Ha.
there you go. And so playing out one rest in the front line.
Yeah, and that will be able to swap with a card in the back, with the other one. So you can give something minus 1,000 BP, so you can give the Kurapika, make it a 4K, which is actually really impactful since our impact will go through. And then we can move up our Nezuko, and then we'll give it like a plus 1,000. So it's nice. The only issue is that they've got a couple impact cards potentially next turn.
Yeah.
I don't think we have enough reduction as is, unless we have a special trigger. No, just
No.
a Tanjiro in the back.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. We're gonna go ahead and swap Nezuko's there.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be able to give a plus 1,000 somewhere. So we've one of these is a 3,000. We've got 4,000 impact, which they're just gonna have to take at this point.
Yeah. No reason to block.
Mm-hmm. And if we had another impact of Tanjiro, we
No.
might have been able to get
The
there.
color trigger?
Yeah, as a
Yes.
color trigger, which plays a card from hand onto field. Not super great.
Yeah.
This is a 3,000, so we can block with our 4,000. All right, one of these is a 3,000. I don't know who. Yeah, block 4,000 there. And then block out. So
Pass.
we have 2 impacts here. So with the additional AP from the Leorio, meaning we have to be able to. It has to be like 2 final triggers back to back, right?
Yeah. Yep. Pretty close game though overall, I think.
I'm on the ready to just disconnect, reconnect,
Launch.
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 Yeah, I'm just gonna. All right. Yeah, it was not. Okay, cool. Okay,
Yep.
it's just trust. All right. So Lazarus is able to go 4-0 so far. So taking it with Green Hunter. Pretty close game. I think are they saying that our final card in life was a final trigger?
Yeah.
Always lucky. So.
Yeah. I mean, good thing Joshua still can have a really great run today.
Mm-hmm.
We can still see him going X1, of course. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually pretty surprised to see Yellow doing pretty good today.
Yeah. And here we're going to go to table 7. This is the down pair. So I believe our green code Gios player is is X1 right now. So let me update all these things for you guys. But it is another green hunter, but they're on the other side. Womp.
Yeah, and this is a pretty good board here for the green hunter player, and this does have a snipe impact. It would look like, and yeah, we do see the 0 cost adding to hand, and this is looking about to game as it looks like. Yeah, block.
Yep.
We see the melody final swing.
No.
Nope.
All right, so Green Hunter won, so I think we're gonna have 7 undefeateds into this if I remembered correctly. Because going into this, yeah, I think the opponent was X1. Let me check real quick. Well, I have this.
Yeah, pretty. I mean,
Yeah,
Karabika,
yeah.
seeing Karabika back to back is pretty good.
Yeah.
Quite surprised, honestly. I think expecting to see a little bit more Purple Gios, as well as a couple of the other decks, but nonetheless, pretty good showing today.
Yeah, and so at the end of this round, we'll have 7 undefeateds. 2 of them will be Green Hunters, as we just saw both those games conclude. The others will be a mix of. I think there's one more chance for Yellow Demon Slayer to be undefeated, and I think the rest are Purple Code Gios and Blue JJK from there. So we'll know that a little bit more. Let me see if there's any other matches we can watch. These would all be in X1 or worse territory. This one is looking about over.
Yep.
This one is definitely over. I don't think they're playing. We could look at blue specified slot again.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will mind that.
Yeah. Looking
we've seen both these players before. This is we've seen this this Purple Code Gios player before.
Yeah, Purple Code Gios and the specialized slot. So we do hit the color trigger. So playing out the C2 out of sideline to draw ourselves a card.
And it's I think it's actually Bomber, right?
Bomber, that's right, Bomber.
Yeah. No worries. Code Gios, purple, yeah.
All right, so this potentially could be last turn here. Purple Gios could actually take it with a good amount of cards in hand as well. We are generating 4 energy. No Collins in the back, so can't use as of right now. Can't really play any Mark IIs or anything like that, but maybe have a couple Gurns in hand.
All right. 4 energy, yeah. Okay, yeah, double energy. That card's so good.
Yes, it's very.
That
good.
is so good for that deck. Double energy. It has. Is it the color trigger, right?
It is the color trigger.
Yeah, it is. It is superbly good.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and give the Mark II that unblockable with 3,500 or more, I believe. There's definitely a lot of the Lucius in this deck.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just him in front of his cape, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, but they all
Yeah.
look. Oh no, it's not the color trigger. It's the active.
Oh, it's the active.
Yeah.
But we do see the Gwain coming down, so minus 1k to the board. Can't be blocked by anything less than 2k or less. And we do have our second Gwain hitting the board. Really, really strong turn. And this is a minus 2k on the field.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you can't block with anything.
And they get rid of the
And
board.
you just get rid of the board. Yeah, this is looking. You need to see like 2 special triggers. There's.
It's got to be special, like I guess double special or special and final.
Yeah. There's ways to get out of it, but.
So C2 first.
Yeah, and I guess in case there's a color trigger, right? Because you can interact with 35s or lower.
That's true.
Special trigger into final trigger. Okay, special trigger.
Okay, hold on.
All right, final trigger.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't super matter. Final trigger.
There's no way,
There's
right?
There's no way. Oh, another special trigger.
Wow.
Dang. If you changed the order up, it could have gone the other way.
This is why the order matters.
It does.
It does matter. It does matter, even though it's all look based.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't hear from me.
Yeah. So I think that just about ends this round for us. Maybe a little early. I don't think anyone's going to mind since we are a little bit over halfway. We still got 2 or 3 rounds left, and I know it's getting late on the East Coast too. So I'll find out the 7 undefeated decks. I think, again, there's 200 hunters guaranteed, but we'll do that. We'll be back for round number 5, and we'll see you guys then. All right, hey, we're back. They started a minute early. It's whatever. I'm not gonna be a stickler about it. But we are in round number 5. We have 7 undefeated. So, do you remember what they are?
Yes, we have two. We have 3 blue JJK.
Yep.
We have 2 purple Go Geass, and we have 2 green Hunter Hunter.
Yep. And not, I think, too surprising. I think Code Geass and blue JJK are still very strong in this meta. Nothing. It's really different too. compared to other games where decks persist without support. That's doubly so, I think, in this game, right?
Sure. Yeah, and I also too think that a lot of people might be thinking, "Oh, I really appreciated. I was hoping that Yellow Demon Slayer would make it to be undefeated already, but
Yep.
I think it's still obviously really early. People are still trying to figure out the list. The set's not even out yet,
No,
technically speaking, right?
and even though these are like the decks that can be undefeated, they can be our first place winner. We still have X1s, X2 that can still top too.
Yeah.
So not we can still see a good diversity of stuff. But I would be very surprised if we saw 0 of either of these decks in the top 16, even top 8.
It's also a numbers game too. We're going to see a lot of Blue JJK coming into this this big event, as well as Purple Gia. So seeing them perform pretty well is, pretty likely. But we do see the Purple Gogias as well as the Blue JJK already getting things into it. Obviously, we saw the Gwain coming down. I think this is theirs. No, this is their first Gwain.
Yeah.
Possibly second, actually. I'm not too sure. I think I saw one earlier coming down. So.
Yeah. I will say I do not appreciate our JJK player having black sleeves on a black mat. On webcam, that's very tough. I see maybe a rectangle.
Yeah, the block of life is nice.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're going to tap one here for the Maki. Honestly, I think this card is. I don't think it's underrated by any means. I think everyone knows this is a really good card.
But for the first week or two, people weren't sure, right?
Yeah, but a lot of people weren't even, I think, playing her as well. So that's quite telling. So taking a look at the top two, we are going to go ahead and trash the Yuji. And then adding one. Really curious to see what the other card was, since we did keep that, and trashing the Yuji is quite surprising. Of course, that's the rare battle Yuji as well. So in case you are curious which one that one is.
Very fancy one.
Very fancy. And then just setting up a Gojo in the back.
This might be max rarity Blue JJK based off of cards we've seen, if not high rarity, because these are both all arts.
Are these AP Hollow? Let me know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we got another rare battle.
Yeah.
Yuji, right?
Yep. So bouncing. Yeah. So this is the second time we bounce the Gwain back to hand. So this is gonna go ahead and connect. We see actually the Mark II going to hand, and that is the one that forces the block, which is really good here because we're forcing that Yuji to block this turn.
Yeah, we will.
And we are getting quite a few energy as well. So this is already I believe 5 energy on the board. 5 or 4. Not sure if that Lelouch is 2 or 1.
I believe that's the one drop one.
They have the same
Again,
exact pose.
Yeah. I think it was maybe like a little bit overstated about how similar art can be in this game, but in this case, for Lelouch,
for that set,
he's pretty.
So it is a double.
Pretty similar.
No, it's a single.
I think it's just kind of like the character design that the artist goes. They're just like most characters just are like thin, right?
Sure.
Anyway, so there's not as many like defining features
Sure.
outside of the face, and when you only do face pictures, it's difficult.
Yeah. So we did raise that Lelouch. We played the 2 energy Colin in the back, and we are raiding into the Mark II in the back as well. And then for our final AP, we are going to go ahead and hard play the Gwain in the back.
Can't bounce it now.
Yeah.
Stuck there.
Yeah, really nice since we did have a Lelouch on the board, being able to force that block, and we do see the trigger at the hand, and then another swing here.
And
Gojo.
Gojo, yeah, which is the no trigger,
Yeah.
Because it's just the active double energy Gojo, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So no Yuji on the board just yet. So hopefully this Blue JJK player has a Yuji. Tapping 1 AP. Do we have a Yuji? We have Sakuna. We have 2. We have both kinds of thing in our hand as well. Looks like we had the starter deck one and as well as the booster set one. I am quite surprised when they make the starter decks. Which ones do they say? Blue will get it, not the purple. Or vice versa,
Yeah, and I will say, we I think said this earlier in the stream. A good rule of thumb is what's the best deck per IP. If they get a starter deck, they're usually pretty good. Just at least in this early, one set per IP meta. Just having a larger card pool in general helps out so much. And especially for like Demon Slayer, where not only do we get the extra starter deck, but we also got all these promos that are mostly yellow.
Right.
That's helped the deck out a lot.
Yeah. So we did play out the Yuji in the energy line, and for our second AP card. Not too sure exactly what we might be playing. We're only generating. Oh, okay.
And this is a Sukuna here. This is the 5 cost. It'd have to be. Oh, we're
Oh,
wow.
yeah. This is just two big bodies on the board. Then just passing the turn since we do have the 4K character on the front line.
Mm-hmm.
So no real point into attacking. And this is going to be quite interesting. JJK only having 3 cards in hand. So running a little bit out of steam here, which is quite surprising. Blue JJK always has a ton of cards in hand. So
Yeah, and just prioritizing, saying, we could have raided with either of these, right? But prioritizing, saying, I just need more bodies on board, and just and being more defensive than pushing more of an aggressive agenda.
yeah. Also really curious to see why they ended up. I understand why they put one Sukun in the front line, but why both? I might have put one on the back just to make it a little safe because now we have another Mark II. So we're gonna force the Maki to block essentially, which she does end up doing, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit the impact. And do we have another Sukun?
Yeah.
All right.
We could raid with this now if we want. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will.
Okay.
All right. So I mean, like we get the benefit of. I don't think it's outrageous to say, you know what, I have a lot of Sugunas, I'm gonna bank that. I like a Yuji in the back just means that there's so many different raid targets that you can hit out life.
Sure.
So just banking on that, and we got the benefit of it.
So now this is 2 4K is going to go into life. And the first one does connect. And we have a finger in
a
trash.
Finger in trash, yeah. Draw one and putting our first one in there.
This is actually our first finger that we've seen this game.
Yeah.
So second Gwain, which does get up the block. So losing a Sukuna off of that.
And that is it was the unrated one, so not that it matters, I think, for this card, right?
Sure. I think, they're just both 4Ks, right?
Yeah, but man, we've gotten such a big board for our purple code Gios. We've put a lot of pressure already, and it's going to be kind of tricky to stabilize, I feel like, with only having one finger already and having to play those non-rated Yujis or Sukunas.
Yeah, I think Purple Gios having 4 cards in hand plus 3 4K bodies on the board, plus a fourth one is really good. And we're still generating 4 energy in the back line as well. So the potential of possibly seeing a good amount of pieces is still really high.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not finals. This is just round 5 of the tournament here.
Yeah, and if based on my poor eyes, counting the pixels, it looks like our blue JJK player has 2 life left compared to the 5 that Code Geass has, and Code Geass has a more impressive board. But it looks like we're going to play out the Maki.
Yeah.
In the back here.
Possibly forcing... No, actually in the front line.
Okay, in the front line.
Yeah, we need to put it in the front line. I think we have the...
man.
The domain expansion, choosing to trash it.
Maybe there were 2 on the top of the deck then, right? That's the only way I could see us getting rid of a domain expansion. But Yuji in the back, we're generating 4. Domain,
yep.
Okay, domain expansion. Maybe a shrine and a Sukuna.
Oh, okay.
Nobara, draw 1, and trash 1. Yeah, this is a very high rarity version of this deck.
Yep. We should have definitely 4 event cards in trash. Most likely. I mean,
we have at least 2.
Yeah.
I think at least 3.
Oh,
okay, yeah. Yeah, Maki will become a 3K. Not that it can attack this turn. Divergent Fist. Okay, yeah. Get rid of, I guess, the Gawain.
Yeah.
And then, Sukuna. No cards in hand. Drawing 2. And sidelining 1. Oh, now it's the decision time.
Well, with 1 finger in trash.
Yeah, we don't get any bonus effects either.
Alright, so this won't have impact.
Mm-hmm. And a 0 cost, Yuji is likely hitting the sideline. All right, 1 in hand. We've got 4K going in.
Yeah, don't mind taking these. A couple of them at least. So we have the at hand.
Yep.
Yeah, Colin. Another 4K. Ooh.
Draw trigger. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Another 4K. Lelouch might take one for the team here. No active triggers, unfortunately.
At the same time, though, we don't have too many characters on the energy line, so I understand.
Yeah, and then a CC with no trigger.
Yeah, because now all we need to do is establish a character on the energy line. If we have another Gurren, we can force possibly another block.
Yeah. And the Ogi is a double energy, right? So,
Yeah.
So we're generating 3.
4, I think.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that a double energy column?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
column,
it is. Yeah, we are generating.
The
4.
front-facing one is.
Yes. Sorry.
Same. Yeah, same. Just the head.
Yes.
But,
Yeah. Just headshots.
Just the headshot.
Mug shots.
All right.
Well,
We have good thing thanks to our live. We have quite a few cards in our hand. I think we had 2 draws.
yeah. And we could I mean, if we have another Gawain in hand, it'd be kind of good. But we needed like a CC on board to get.
This could be a special here.
Yeah, since we do have Lelouch.
Oh, no, okay.
Oh, it is going to be the 4-cost Lelouch. So this will get rid of the Maki.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that we couldn't establish another body on the front line.
Oh, actually, just doing the -3 on the Sukuna. It looks like.
Oh, sure. So
Yeah.
we get the removal on that
with the
instead.
Gawain.
I see.
Yeah, I like this. So the whole board is -1K, so only one character can survive here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. We have the Lelouch is only at 2,500. So this is 4K. I think we have to take this.
Yeah, and then we have to block out
Yeah.
the rest. We get to save one character, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But the rest, oh, we have two left. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yes.
Yeah.
We got a draw trigger.
Something you don't want to see if you're Blue JJK.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to block this, obviously.
Yeah. 4K. We lose the Maki. 4K. We lose
Sukuna.
that, and then it'd
free
be
block.
3K to 4K. So, or sorry, 3K to 25.
Yeah.
So we get the save there, but 2 life. A little scary.
Mm-hmm.
But we only have 2 cards in hand for, or maybe 3 cards? There's 3 cards in hand for our Blue JJK, so it's a little tough here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way out here, because even if we raise our characters, we still have to generate energy to play cards.
Mm-hmm.
So this is looking really, really tough here. Looking very promising for Purple Gias.
Yeah, and we don't immediately have any impact. Oh yeah, we're gonna draw 1. I mean, we can push 4 up, and we need to put 3 bodies on our front line, right?
Yeah, no matter what, I think we definitely need 4 bodies on the front line. If we don't, we just lose.
And if we push up some of the lower power ones, that means we have to block with our Sukuna against the Gawain, which is tough. Any removal, we likely just lose the game. Very tricky here for Blue JJK to get out of this one.
Yeah, honestly, really unfortunate for Blue JJK. Just having to play so many characters without using the raid effect.
Mm-hmm.
Just a whole bunch of 4K vanillas, essentially. Like
Oh.
we see right now, another...
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah,
so
literally.
pretty tough here. Yeah, we're just going to take it
Why not?
and just hope switching it up.
Hmm?
The special trigger. You
the
chose
switch,
that one.
yeah, you chose your own fate,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
All right, now we need double final triggers to not lose.
Yeah. You need double final trigger plus you lose your whole board.
Yeah, not that I think that this was. I don't think that was a deciding factor. I think we got there regardless. But yeah, another Gawain. Yeah, scooping it up.
Yeah, packing
Understood.
it up.
Yeah, understood there. So
Yeah.
we have Alex, our purple Code Geass player, going to continue to be undefeated going into round 6, 5-0. Table 2 finished. Table 1 is Green Hunter versus, I believe, I'm not sure. But we're going to go to table 4 real quick. Since this is the down pair. So we have Green Hunter Hunter. Let's see what the situation of the board is. Oh yeah, they've got quite a few. There's
Yeah.
potentially a good amount of game left. So
Yeah.
let me update these for you guys.
Yeah. So this is blue JJK versus the green Hunter Hunter,
Yeah.
as mentioned.
Green Hunter Hunter, which is here. Blue JJK, which is here. And then, yeah, that's it. that's what I'm doing. So we have Rachel on the Green Hunter Hunter. If Rachel wins, we'll have 4 undefeated, so we're guaranteed 7 rounds. And if their opponent, Reed, who is on the blue JJK wins, then we'll have 3 undefeated and a 50-50 on 7 rounds or not.
So we are going to go ahead and play out the neon. Looking at the top 5, do we find a character? We find Leoria. It's quite good. It is really good having an active Leorio.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
And additional action point to use with it too.
Yeah, quite insane, honestly. Tapping 1 here though, but
Oh, never mind. That might be better.
yeah, this is all of a sudden it's looking really rough for blue JJK.
Now, this is a different version of blue JJK than we've been seeing today. This is the Nanami version of it, which I think did very well at Card Fest as well.
Yeah, it actually ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good. I
If
mean,
you
I
let me,
think it's pretty good.
it's just not too bad.
Yeah, 2 fingers in trash as well. So it looks like we hit a UG and we can't raid.
We're 1 energy short.
Are we?
Yeah, I think it's. Oh no,
No,
we're not.
no, we have 4. We have
oh,
4.
you have 4. Yeah.
the UG in the back.
So we do have 2 fingers. This could bounce something back to hand, which could be the Leorio or one of the Karapikas.
I think it's all bad.
Yeah, it's all, yeah,
It's all bad.
It's still tough. But this does give you a bit of an option to. I mean, you're not immediately losing. You also, I don't think you can pressure this board anymore.
Right.
Unfortunately, yeah. Bouncing the.
Yeah, Leoria's only at 3,500.
Yeah, can you? Yuji can bounce a 4K back, right?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Leoria only being at 3,500 though, so that is unfortunate there. But now we have to see what Blue JJK can do. With only 2 characters in the energy line, it's kind of rough.
But we got another Yuji generating 4 energy once again.
Maybe we go special raid.
Yeah, that could maybe help. I mean, we're presenting 2 impacts, at least on the side of Kurapika. If we have a special trigger, we can get another impact with the promo 2-drop that's on the board right now too. So we have to respect the amount of like end game pressure that this Green Hunter Hunter can present.
Yeah, that Kurapika 5K buddy is an issue.
Yes.
That is an issue. So we're going to tap 1 for the special.
Yes, which is the Nanami one. Yep. So that does get rid of our one impact card.
Okay.
And it looks like
We need a raid here.
yeah, we kind of do need a raid. And it'd have to be a raid Yuji or Sukuna. Yeah. Okay, we do have the Sukuna, and we do have 2 fingers, so they're not going to be able to win this turn, but you're likely going to remove one of these bodies on board unless there's a good trigger for Green Hunter Hunter.
Possibly 3 fingers. Maybe we see. Let's see. Deciding which card to trash here.
Yeah.
Tough choice.
Yeah, very, very, very tough.
Is that the Searcher?
I think it is the Searcher. I'm not used to seeing that.
Yeah, you don't really see that card too often.
As I furiously search it.
All right, checking the deck count, and I'm pretty sure we have 20 or less cards in deck.
Yeah.
Oh, 15.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this does have the impact and damage 2 and 5,000.
Yeah. This is a 4K swing here. I think we have to block this.
Yeah. So Jiu-Jitsu high school first years draw 3 and place 2 cards to your sideline. So definitely can accelerate your Nanami plays.
Right. So we did put a die on the deck there. I can't see how many there is.
No. Yep. No trigger there. This is either
Damage 2?
damage 2 or impact, because this would be a 5K. Both these, if this has impact, both these cards, I think we might have just lost not blocking that non-impact Yuji. You know?
Unless we have like 16 cards, right?
Okay. Oh, we must
Yep.
have 16. Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah. And then we go here, deciding which one we want. Oh, it's the color trigger. So we could put something on the front line
This
if
is
we wanted.
huge. Yeah, this is really big. All we need now is 4 characters on the front line. No.
We need
Okay.
we need a little bit more gas, but it's looking good. And also to note that the Nami on KO does do things, right? When sidelined,
Right.
it does let you rest switch something to resting. So it does get kind of like a double block, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really good no matter what, even if you try to remove it off the board with a special. Nonetheless.
All right, we took the extra draw, which means we likely don't have the Karapika. Which is moderately tough. Yeah, because if we can't win this turn, I don't know, with having both Nanami and Sukuna out with
Impact.
impact, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. We could do something where we like double special. No, special trigger doesn't even really work comparatively because it doesn't get rid of something outright.
Right.
This is looking a little bit rough for Rachel, who I honestly think they had a really good shot, but that the life from Reed was really strong for those last couple checks.
I think we're debating to play something out with this AP. I don't think we've drawn yet, have we? Doing a little finger math.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we have left? I mean, obviously 7-cost raid would be nice. What you can also do, actually, okay, this is the thing. It's kind of rare. Most of the times you're like, I need to snipe, right? Sniping with Karapika is the play. But Karapika actually has a choice of 2. Do you remember the other thing you could do with it?
I do not. I
Okay,
do not. It's been
I looked over. You're like, it does. Let me bring up the card real quick.
The go-to's always been snipe.
Snipe, right?
It's always snipe.
It's always snipe. All roads lead to snipe.
Okay, so we're playing a Karapik in the energy line, double energy. No, possibly no 7 cost, 7 energy.
Have I not put the 7 cost on screen today? I swear I did.
Okay.
Nope.
Tapping our last one for I think Leorio's effect. Yeah, using Leorio's effect. This is a big 5K.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is, so Karapika, you can also just switch a card to resting.
Hmm.
So you could rest the Nanami, and
Oh,
then
that
you
was
don't get
very
the.
strong.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But unfortunately, we do not see that come
Nope.
into play, unfortunately. But so this does get to attack, and we hit another finger.
Yeah. Gotta draw 1.
Draw 1, yeah.
And then 4K, which I guess that was the one card we needed off the top of our deck because we're now at 15, so we can block this without losing something.
Yeah.
Which is pretty lucky.
This is
Because
really
otherwise
good.
you'd have to lose a 4K
Yeah,
one of these
just passing it
bodies.
there.
But both these, I mean, you now have 2 cards with impact, right?
Yeah.
Both of them are at least, we have a 4K and a 5K. And Nanami will likely win here.
Yeah, I don't. It would have to be
Double final trigger, yeah.
double. Yeah, and you have to take the first one too, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
okay, get a little cycle going.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Nanami's such a good finisher. Okay,
Oh,
we have a
all
fourth
right, all
copy.
right.
Okay, all right, all right.
I gotcha.
And then what? We get to Sukuna. Okay, Shrine.
All
Okay,
right,
all right.
all right.
Hey, I respect it. We don't always get the four
Oh
there. Okay,
no,
all
not
right,
the.
all right, all right,
Okay.
all right. All right.
What happened? What happened? What happened to this board? This was a complete 180 switch.
It was, and I really think the last couple of hits out of life were so good for Blue JJK. So yeah, not to be a doomer. There it is. But Reed's able to take it with Blue JJK. So we have Blue JJK winning one. We have, and that was a down pair too. So we have 3 undefeateds left. We have the match we watched, which was Purple Code Geass. This was one of the Hunters that lost. I think one of the matches was a Blue JJK mirror match, so one of those definitely won. And then table 1, if I'm allowed to go to the results, it might be one of each. Are double copies of who won table 5. Lazarus didn't get, so it's Jonathan. So I'll just do it the lame way. Jonathan. So Purple Code Geass, Blue JJK, and Purple Code Geass. So two Purple Code Geass and a Blue JJK left undefeated.
I am a very big Kogias fan, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am very happy.
I am too. I know I don't normally play the meta decks, but that deck is just fun to play.
It's very fun.
You get so many decisions and options and such.
Yeah.
But so we are going to go into round number 6 after this. We're going to take a tiny break because we do have some scrumptious dinner in front of us, so we're going to scarf that down. But we'll see that. We will go to table 1 since we are guaranteed, since it could be the last round, so I want to make sure you get to the finals. But we'll see what's at there. We'll see if we have 7 rounds tonight, and we will be right back. All right, we're back. We've got round 6, our maybe finals. We've got 3 undefeateds left, and we're at table 1 with Lawrence on the blue JJK versus our purple Code Geass player, Jonathan Cortez, our runner-up from our last card fest.
Yeah, really nice, and you can tell too by the playmat.
Yes, yeah, they don't. You just can't print that one by yourself there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, definitely a really strong player here. We do also have another pair down on table 2, and let me double check. Yeah, we have Alex, who we saw last round on purple Code Geass. If they lose to Jamie, who is playing blue JJK, then we are done with 6 rounds, and then otherwise we have a 7th and final round, which would be one of these players versus our purple Code Geass.
So we have 2 of the same matchup.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you how strong both of these decks are. I'm really excited to see this. I know a lot of people believe Purple Code Geass does win this matchup, which I also agree with. But you also never know. I mean, how many fingers you have in trash? That's the question.
Yeah, I think blue JJK is there. Both these decks are really consistent in what they do, right?
Sure.
First of all, but second, I think that blue JJK can high roll a little bit more. Just with, again, like if they have enough of the fingers in the trash, they get all these effects unlocked a little bit earlier, right?
Right. Yeah, and we do see Purple Code Geass going second, which normally you like to go first in with this deck, just because you can apply so much.
No,
aggression.
and we have to draw.
AP draw. Do we have a okay?
No, okay, we found something, but yeah, the AP draw, a little bit scary.
Yeah, AP draw so early is quite interesting. But having 2 0-cost bodies, we could push forward here, add some aggression, and we only add the 0 to the front line. And tapping 2, do we have 2 0 drops or?
Yeah, another 0, and we got 2 energy, a third 0. Okay. That's 3 zeros. Yeah. Oh, getting the middle one. The divergent fist out immediately.
Pays off, I think.
You know what? I think that's fine. I don't think you're too upset seeing that on a 0 cost.
Yeah, turn 2 too. That's pretty nice.
Just found it there.
Well, look, if you really want to end the zeros live, you got it, man.
You got him.
Yeah.
All right, Maki 2, and right now we have 1 event in the sideline, which is pretty impactful. And already we have a decision.
Yeah, so we could be looks like we're trashing the UG, and then playing out the 1 energy in the energy line, and then playing out the UG. And this is the no rate, just hard playing them out.
And something else to note too. So there's a couple different builds of blue.
Sure.
This pretty much cements it as a Nanami build since we played the 0 cost down. So that is a decision point for a lot of people.
Yeah. And having a 4K body in the front line, it's going to stop a tag with 0 unless we double raise, but okay. So that's minus 1,000 there.
United States of Japan. You gotta say it every time.
You have to say it. So now playing back with 3 AP. It would be a little difficult to get rid of this character here. We could play the 2 energy cost Code Geass. I mean the Lelouch, but
yep. And we have almost only Lelouches, and then a CC in the front, which will only get us a. Will it get us a drop to? Maybe read the card. I forget how the.
Yeah, it's if I think he accidentally drew an extra card.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to play a character that with 2 AP costs.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is the card that he has on the top.
Yeah. That would be a warning. It's.
We're
watching.
We did see the card. I mean, we knew that exactly which card it was. He didn't shuffle his hand, so
no.
I think we're okay there.
I think that is still warranted to reveal to both players.
Not sure.
We'll be fine. I'll keep an eye on it.
All right. So, yeah, simple block there, and unfortunately, not taking any advantage of the minus 1K.
Oh, did we give a additional boost with that, Lelouch?
No, I think that it just fizzles out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, passing the turn, resetting all the characters there, and now it is back to the blue JJK.
Oh yeah, because it was a 3K. Yeah, I think they were saying they couldn't be blocked, but they got their number wrong.
Yeah. So, playing out. Wow.
Just
Yeah.
a bunch. Are we playing? What?
A Renji Rush?
Renji Rush version of Blue Sukuna.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Yeah, we hit the trigger to draw one, but look at the board. Facing 4Ks. That is really, really threatening. And Blue JJK still has a couple cards in hand. I think 5 cards left in hand still. So it's not like we dumped our whole hand out, right? So
Now, yeah, having just a bunch of 4K vanillas is still pretty terrifying. No, we don't really have any raid things to do. We also are playing the special trigger here, getting rid of the Nanami. Not that super matters.
yeah. Maybe just in case it doesn't pose a threat later on.
Yeah.
Choosing not to hit the Sukuna. We don't have any fingers in trash, so maybe not much of a big deal. Raiding into the Gwaine here, minus 1K to the board.
And then a Colin in the back to generate some more energy. So we're going 4K into a bunch of 3Ks.
Yeah.
We're hitting a finger off a life. Pretty
Speaking
good.
of fingers.
We have another 3K, so we'd have to trade with something on board since we have a bunch of 4Ks. Just deciding that we are still fine.
Yeah.
Still going for the middle. Oh, it is the
Ooh.
blue color trigger, so this would let you bounce back. Do you really want to do that? Like, I guess it's probably the 0, right?
The 0, yeah, why
'cause
not?
You don't want CC to be able to draw another card.
Yeah.
And we can push up something and press 1 damage.
Yeah, we don't mind losing the C2 here.
Mm-hmm.
The Colin kind of matters. If we play another Gwaine, still a viable attacker. So
Yeah.
But having the finger off of the life is quite good. We're gonna do AP draw.
Right, pushing it up. Yeah, there's the UG in the back. And we are going to play the Divergent Fist to get rid of the Gwaine.
Pretty
All
good.
right. And yeah, we're going to be able to press 2 damage here, at least. Starting with the little 2K attack. Just I need to go with C2.
I think that might be a 25, maybe.
Oh, it's a 2K. It's a 2K.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. And C2's 50.
Oh, hitting the special off the trigger.
And 4K.
I think we just take this.
Yeah. Feels like just taking it. Yeah.
Ooh.
And ooh.
That's the Mark II.
Mark II. We are generating enough for that, so we can play that.
We could KO the character. Yep. So we get to KO something 3K or less, which we do end up doing so. We were generating 5 or more as well. We don't have to push it up. No, we do. Right?
I don't think we do. I think we can just play it in the back.
Wow.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. We did use AP draw there, so that's right. It doesn't say on the front line. So draw off the AP. We raised the Gurren Mark II.
Yeah.
If we have another Mark II here, except the other version that forces the block, that'd be extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
Playing out the call-in, and then, yes, we do have it. Generating 5 energy will allow us to do so, and we are forcing a block plus impact. Getting rid of the Sukuna, quite interesting. Why not the Yuji? But nonetheless, this is going to go ahead and hit impact, and we hit another finger.
Another finger, okay. But at the same time, like, there's just been so much pressure from Purple Code Geass.
Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, hold up. We get to raid here,
We do get to raid.
and I think we have to at this point, right? Make sure that we get the block on Colin, stay at 2 life, draw 2, put a Nanami into our sideline, and passing there.
Yeah, 2 fingers in trash.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. When you run like 10 cards in your deck that raid on the same character, you're gonna hit a 1 or 2, right? It's just what the consistency of this deck is. It's crazy how good just having a UG in your energy line is for this deck.
Now, the same could be said about Code Geass, right?
Sure,
there's a
right.
ton of call-ins as well as Lelouch's, Zeros.
Yes.
C2 you can even raid on.
Yes.
Domain expansion there.
And just counting cards. I believe the Maki is activated at this time. It's a 3K. Oh, okay. Putting 3 cards into, or no, 7? 7 cards, right?
I believe it's 7.
Yeah, 7, and then you get to draw 3 with the color Kento. Yeah. It's a double action point to do that, but I think generally worth it.
Yeah.
Get another 4K on the front line.
Another
I mean, not too crazy when you draw as much as you do, and doing a good job at keeping your events and your fingers in your sideline too. So your Maki and your Sukunas and Yujis all still get to their effects as well.
Yeah. This honestly can spiral out of control here for Purple Gios. Just really depends. Yeah, this is getting really. All these games have been getting really close.
Oh, and Pair Down did lose on table 2, so this will be our finals for today too. So whoever wins this is the winner for our event tonight. All right, we have the Divergent Fist deciding on which Gawain, or not Gawain, Mark II we want to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Not that either really have any effects anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and yet another domain expansion. This is our third one.
This turn, yeah, we've been able to hold. And Suguna,
Oh my goodness.
now we have Impact, now we draw 2 more. Trash 1. We've cycled like 10 cards out of our deck this turn.
Yeah, this is crazy. One more. Do we have? Okay, just a Yuji in the back.
Yeah.
3 characters on the front, and we only have 2 in the back. So 4K swing. We're gonna block it.
And then 4K Impact, which.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
Doesn't work.
One short because we do
Yeah.
have the call in the front line.
Mm-hmm.
And another 4K Impact. Final
final.
trigger. Yeah.
Now, JJK only has 2 in life. This is still very, very difficult to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, if we get 2 impacts this turn, it's going to be tough. We know that we have at least 1 impact in hand since we have that call-in Mark II combo.
Yeah, so we did AP draw. This tells us we are hoping this Purple Gogias has a final in hand to restand that one. If not, it would be very difficult to get enough energy to get 2 cards with impact this turn.
Yeah. And also the Nanami has, I don't think it has impact yet, but it can gain impact. I don't know, there's 2 impact 4Ks on the board right now with the Sukunas, right? So if you don't respect these, and I think we've seen 2 final triggers already from Jonathan, we could be in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not looking too good here for Jonathan. Only generating 3 energy right now.
Yeah, and I would say, like, the start, if you cut at, like, the first half of this game, right, I'm like, man, Purple Code Geass is broken. It's got everything. It's been putting a lot of pressure.
Yep.
But that was such a strong turn from Lawrence,
Yeah.
right? We got so many actions. We drew, like, 7 cards. We were able to get through so much of our deck. I'm curious to know how much is left in deck right now. Probably 20-ish?
Yeah, we did put 7 to the bottom.
It was removed.
Removed. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right,
So
that's right.
you're not worried. All right, putting 0 in the front after using the United States of Japan. We've got 2 action points left. All right.
Oh.
And we get a look at the top card of that.
Only looks like only 2 cards in hand now.
Yeah, and one of them is the what is it? The Mark II. So unfortunately, if we had a call in that we could put in the back line and then rate up with it, we'd be able to push it up. But yeah, this is pretty tough. Just 4K, not even impact. Likely, yeah, just block with UG. You don't want to go down to 1 and passing from there.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's looking game over here. Not much you can do. I mean, you would need
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
special
10,
plus
11,
final.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Man, we got 2 cards we got to get out of our deck for our Nanamis to have impact. We have 16 cards in deck.
This is
okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so all these cards have impact.
do we? All right, I guess.
It has to be like special trigger into final trigger.
Into
something
final
like that.
trigger.
Yeah, into final trigger. You're right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that is pretty tough.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back to that turn, that previous turn. I don't know. I was waiting for
All right,
I don't know how long for that turn to end. 3 domain expansions in one turn, 3 raids. I mean, yeah, it's over.
yeah, and that's it. Lawrence ends up winning with blue JJK, and with the Nanami variant, which again has been I think been doing better than the non Nanami.
Yeah, yeah,
Say that 5 times fast.
yeah, yeah. I think it's just more consistent. I mean, the deck just does a lot more too at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, you have more lines of play. You can always kind of advance to it. You have to have a Sukuna's finger in life too, right? You can't not have one there.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was I'm happy we were able to cover this finals, and that's gonna be it for this event for us too. So we appreciate you guys hanging out. So after 6 rounds, we do have Blue JJK winning this event. We had over 100 players tonight, and I know most people on the East Coast would rather have 6 rounds because it does get quite late
Sure.
over there.
Yeah.
It's it just hit midnight, but I really love doing these events. I would not be able to do it without your help, but also our 2 judges who do a lot of heavy lifting and make this possible. So I really appreciate it. And anything from you, Sos?
I'm just really happy to see such diverse decks today. I think seeing a lot of hope for players. I think Demon Slayer is a good deck or a
Yep.
meta deck. That can be very true.
Mhm.
We saw a lot of showing from yellow. We saw a little bit of red. We even saw some Muzan coming into play today.
Yeah.
So I'm just really happy and excited to see where the card game is going. I think there is a lot of potential for this card game, and with all of the ultra rare battles coming into play. That we're starting to see in the future.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hope.
Yeah, and we also have One Punch Man coming out next month, which will be a global release. So I know that's just going to be fun because people won't even know how to build that deck yet, right? Or the decks yet. So
Yeah.
And the cards that we've seen are really kind of goofy, crazy.
7 damage, impact 3.
Yeah, whatever, right? Just casual, just Saitama things. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I do appreciate you helping out with this one too. If you guys want the top 16, I don't know them right now because we're still playing a couple games of it, but
Yeah.
it will be on Eggman Events tomorrow morning. I should also have the archetype breakdown based on color, so that's going to be. I know some people care about that, but. I think it's a lot of fun to be able to do these, and you guys have been really supportive of it. You guys have been really showing up for it, and you guys have been watching it too. So I'm happy this has been good content all around, and I'm happy to support this community too. So
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up or a couple days, see top 16 and be like, hey,
Oh,
what up?
I hope you wake up tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're trying to say there, but yeah.
but seeing all those deck lists come out, I think is pretty cool,
Yeah.
especially for players that aren't too sure which deck to play in the new Demon Slayer format. So
And I definitely think this is a game. Sometimes like building's a little restrictive, right? But to have a resource saying, you know what, I don't care. I just need to play a Tanjiro deck. What's the best one, right? Give me a functional one and have that resource available for people is what I want to do. So. But that's going to be it for us. We're going to close this one down. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you guys want to watch this is on YouTube for free as soon as this ends too, and then decklist will be on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning as well as on my website Eggman Events. But that'll be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye bye.